sites. I mean, right at the end of the year, Bind was kind of changing where the site was vertically split instead of horizontally. People were giving up U-Haul, allowing the right side of the site to be taken. We'll have to see how these two teams decide to play that out, as Spike's going to be dropped here, as we are all quiet to start things out here for C9 versus MiBR. Major stack towards that C9A side, though, as they're looking to maybe play a retake on B if there's too much noise.
Yeah, this is definitely something that Fraud's used to if he's going to be able to see a Yoru on the comp, what they could do with this in this double duelist setup. A slow default to start, but inching now forward on a 3-2 split towards this A site. You see first contact. Looking to get initiated by JZZ. Here's a running bait forward. Right behind the smoke is going to be Zeppa. He drops first blood right now, and that's 2 Zeppa. Third hat-trick within the round. This finally gets answered back by Artazine, at least onto Oxy. Spike has been dropped, and Cloud9 already has the advantage. Already! Oh, it's stolen! But at least Cloud9 gets the pistol.
Zeppa. Long Locks coming up with a 4K. What a round. The wall almost playing against MiBR that FRZ used up mid. Zeppa able to hide right behind it and continuously find the backs of MiBR. What a call by C9. Closely stacking A, not even wanting to play the retake. They were up in the face of MiBR, so we already see that positional, the defense positioning rather, that C9 wants to take off that pistol round. As we now get into round 2, we'll see how MiBR adjusts. C9 does have a few buys across the board. Nothing too extreme. Oxy with a Guardian.
And the flash already gets early info. So Cloudburst gets popped up, and as soon as it comes down, though, at least it's a 1-for-1. The dog comes out from the portal, and C9 swarms in within the showers and to drop the 2 players trying to rest from MiBR. At least RGL and the rest of MiBR sees that pressure. They want to move back towards the short, and they even things up on a 3-3, fighting towards the back of the site.
Yeah, Oxy just got the call that it might be coming towards him. He pulls back. But now hearing that Spike plant is able to take the gate crash. They were ready for that to come across.
Ready to push towards the spawn. But the numbers are still dwindling down right now for MiBR in this eco. At least they've upgraded to a Guardian and a Bulldog with the Spike down for them. There's a first orb being thrown down by Whippy. The tap on the Spike. RGL has to peek for some info. Spots the Dome of Vanity as that allows FRZ to push forward towards pipes and give the advantage here for MiBR to potentially get this thrifty. Whippy, the Spike is not even at halfway, and this is great discipline by MiBR to just hold it down. He does get the first pick out to FRZ, but that clock is running down. Too little, too late. MiBR will be able to answer back, and they tie up the game.
The second round, taking that away from Cloud9. I think MiBR also identified how far forward C9 wants to play in that situation. You put down the right smokes in an aggressive rushing MiBR gets to find the trades that they want. They're refragging. They got the one in shower. They're able to find the same thing at short in just power in numbers at this point. Flowing all the way through U-Haul and then back through spawn and into the site for their own retake, honestly, to stop Whippy from that plant. What an aggressive round from MiBR, flipping the switch on C9, and now guns to dictate the game. They're like an A so far, so MiBR stay. Good flashes coming in from Long B. A lot of utility from Vanity we've seen already come through that teleporter, so easily being able to affect the A site from B. A huge boon there.
Same time, while you had that dog come out towards the portal, already at a first flash from Vanity down towards Long. And with this new patch, you don't have any left here, so
oh, Whippy.
They're gonna have to gamble it up together while Whippy's trying to get this aggressive position. Blue Bug comes out into Hookah, at least to scout things out, and that inches C9 to find some information, and already FRZ gets the punishment.
See JZZ and Mazin coming out of that shower as they're able to help each other with a guiding light, but it's all about short.
They're still pretty good in MiBR to get the backstab after for these trades.
Yeah.
But it's only a Bucky and a Classic left for the last 2 players of Cloud9. Go together trying to work towards the short. Spike has been planted in a really great spot for this triangle formation you have for MiBR towards the back of the A site. But these upgrades that you have now for Oxy and Vanity, these are rifles and definitely players that could get it done at the disadvantage.
Second round now, MiBR has taken the spawn side of defense.
Nice. There's that first nice pick though. Knows that RGL's just around the corner. The flash in the front, nice second shot. Now we're coming in for the tap. Artazine still waiting towards the top, and now once again, you just wait the clock down. More discipline coming out of MiBR. Tap on the Spike, trying to least get the gun away from Artezine. It's not going to happen. Oxy dies, and MiBR take the lead after the Red Bull clutch.
Wasn't even trying.
Well played. 3 rounds now towards A. We did see a bit of excursion from JZZ to throw Boomba into Hookah to give Cloud9 maybe something else to work off of, but it has been a full A focus for MiBR. And again, 2 rounds they're pushing fully into spawn to disrupt how Cloud9 can retake the site, right? They don't have the option to set up with these raise nades or get Oxy in a good position. It's the long flank, taking longer, losing spike time, and MiBR is continuously playing it safe. In that last round, doing a great job of finally sussing out Whippy, who was pushed up to stop that. And again, towards A, Vans, it's not stopping.
It's a quick combo to drop Zeppa. You already see that Oxy's inside that teleporter. The doctor opened the spot, gets the stun. He's trying to find the time to get the pick and finally does so. So he evens up the situation in round number 4. Jake under heavy attack towards the U-Haul. There's the lineup. Artezine falls down. That includes the spike. RGL in a clutch situation. 4 against him. Stuck all the way far behind towards short A.
Wild to see that happen. And Cloud9 still putting up the same defense that MiBR's run through a few times, and we see that there's a reason they'll keep positioning like this. Jake can hold down U-Haul, albeit a 3K that time. And now it's just going to push off Meister RGL here. He goes around looking for a last frag.
Yeah, probably just save the weapon at this point.
Yep.
There's no way 4 versus 1, but kind of like what you see right now from Jake within the U-Haul. Oh yeah. Zuka didn't like that one. You went for the fundamentals. 3 players trying to push against this player right here. And a player that's been questioning himself in the last season towards that mid side, where he's like, oh, maybe I'm not putting those numbers up, but you saw in the offseason, he went through with the performance coach, and now coming in on the first time he gets the pressure towards that U-Haul to get a 3K the way that he does. It's a great start here for what was the rookie last year for C9.
10 seconds
I
left.
think being able to figure out how this offense and defense from MiBR at A works. They're throwing even more at showers, making sure that that ground cannot be gained. It seems like MiBR, even with a bit of showers push, that right side of A site, it's just too much already. Cloud9 actually 4 alive too on this round, so the rounds they did go down, this kind of helps if they were losing weapons. You'll see this buy coming in from MiBR on the low armor. No outlaw yet. Not yet. We'll have to see.
What's been pretty good for C9 too is seeing that MiBR has been getting that pressure towards showers, and as soon as C9 tries to answer back, they're just bolting it towards the other end.
Yep.
So I like that you played a little bit more passively this time for C9 and greeted them, and you stopped them. So now you see MiBR defaulting differently this time around.
Right to showers, Vancilli.
An easy one.
Oh my word.
Lower buy that you have for MiBR, sorry. 2 hero rifles as Artezine's trying to get the push forward. Dash already activates, stopped by the flash of Vanity. And now the long range duel won by Oxy. 1 eliminated. Spraying through the Viper wall. MiBR is still able to maintain this spike.
Quickly rotate to in position to be 3v3 already on the B side. And the rotation can still come in from Whippy and Jake. Slow movement, just deterring the push in with a few nades. Nice chip damage out. And I think C9 have the read on this, even though they're not pushed up at A.
Especially with that decoy, that's going to give enough. Now that allows the wall to come up, everybody's going to decay, try to run through. Easy kills right now as the flash comes towards the front from Moxie as well. A couple of trades. Mazine's going to be the last player standing. Just trying to watch all of his angles, trying to see if C9's going to push aggressively, but now it's time for C9 to show that discipline. Playing power of numbers, holding back towards the spawn.
30 seconds left.
And they just want to wait and see if the TP is going to happen or if a tap's going to happen within this B site.
Slow movement from Mazin. I think a touch plant, try to figure out where everybody is, and then
10
go next round
left.
as C9 comes flying out of the woodwork here. He may actually get the plant down.
Now with no flashes, though, it comes down to it at the end, and it's good enough.
Gee.
Hit by the snake bite, easy kill for Jake.
Yep. Rotations from Cloud9 are already on point. They continue to get a bit of early info. I think Vanity, of all people, and we're seeing him kind of be very patient at B, loves info, loves to work off the info, and kind of push himself out sometimes just to get a bit if they don't have enough mid-round. So we see that push showers, info gained. It's actually been a fight almost all the time. We've had Whippy pushing mid, even for audio there. And a lot of times for C9, you'll see Whippy in a different zip code, getting that info, helping to make a mid-round call off of audio and rotations from the opponent. So really good job here of C9 to consider these rotations, the info they're getting by pushing a bit, but not stretching themselves too far that it can't still be a strong site hold. And MiBR is now having trouble trying to put something else on the table. There was 3 strong hits towards A, a little hit towards B last round. And Oxy's in hookah to start off round 6.
TP opens right away. Zeppa's trying to answer back to just help Oxy, as even a dog out from Vanity is going to push Artazine away. So they tried to go for a double duelist boom bot pink. But Oxy got the drive by running back within the side. And look at that early rotate coming back towards the A side as well. These reads are starting to look really good here for C9. But Jake just falls.
Ooh, that's the shot. Looking to send out the cabbages. Okay, ultimate down. Interesting play. Just putting a little bit of pressure onto that B site that Cloud9 has to care about, but how much will they put into that? Leaving 2 members. They have each site guarded 2 and 2. And it's going to be that U-Haul work again here for MiBR, just to try and make C9 make the error.
Especially with those Seekers coming out, the TP came across. MiBR is looking to work towards this A site. Oxy's the second to fall. Beautiful flash out from MiBR.
Save.
Vanity's there to help as much as he can. But instantly we get the plant. TP comes across and they know Zeppa's on the flank. Spike down. Planet at a default spot. And Zeppa's looking to at least try to find players falling back within this short area.
Wow.
The jiggle peek from Artazine just spotted him. And we're just setting up, and it's looking very good for MiBR to finalize round number 6.
Oxy comes out with a laser beam to start this off, and the conversion goes to MiBR with 4 members to still make it work towards the A site. Really well played throughout the round to get C9 moving a little bit. I think that's almost one of the best things MiBR can do right now, is the longer you wait and the less info C9 has, you're going to get them off of their early defensive positions. A little bit of rotation, and it seems like is all MiBR needs to get the positioning for this right here. Another round, 3-3 now, as we go back and forth here on buying Cloud9's pick. And they only lose Mazen and JZZ in that one. Zeppa stays alive. So it looks like C9 should be able to bring a little bit of money into this round, but it's going to be low armor on that. So they got to watch the trades. Vanity to the judge. So you have to expect that this is going to be something funky. Mazen starting shot too to get to the other side. Yeah, jeez. Didn't expect that. And it's shower that one, just to go into the technicality of it. It's a very weird angle because you both have such a long range. So if you minimize that range at all, you're the first one that's going to be seen. It's a very tough one. Very tough.
I like that we get to cast Vanity with a Judge or a Bucky again. This time on the VCT stage in the Americas. Flash to get information coming out of Vanity. He's going to get some contact. He's going to keep it close range here. As MiBR, Spike's being down more lean towards this B side. They didn't go for the same protocol of like flashing towards the showers at the satchel anymore. So
right here,
C9's trying to expect something. The decoy to come out to get info.
Oh, they see quite a bit. Trailblazer on long.
The TP to get away, but that showstopper is still activated.
Oh dear.
Now we're forcing him out towards the hookah. Shot comes out. Oxy stays alive at 9 HP. Rotates coming across for C9 already as 5 members of MiBR are clouding towards this B site. Plant will be successful as Oxy's getting ready.
He wants to drift.
With 9 HP, that's the best you could do right here. Get information for your team. The flash will out for them to come out, but it's MiBR just waited and greeted C9 running through that smoke. They take the advantage. The TP comes across. Oxy's alone, and he's gonna try to save this weapon.
Wow. Absolutely closed down on B site. MiBR really utilizing their ults well, knowing what they have as an advantage, and they did not slow down. Even missing Oxy there, really well played, but didn't draw the ultimate. Very, very good by JZZ to know that that was not the kill he was looking for. Goes in, still does damage, and ultimately affects the site for the team in the long run. They're searching, blood in the water. JZZ can say how much damage he did, but they're not going to find just yet. 4-3 now for MiBR.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure what they were trying to do for C9 off the wall bang to take him down too. So that's not a weapon save.
Nope.
We'll have to see if they're going to try something for C9 if it's going to be a half buy. But if we get into replay, I think that little mistake that we saw from C9, that flash that came through was thrown straight within the tin. So it was going to be good for the player of MiBR that was blinded within that B site, but you still have the crossfire set up on the top of the shed at the long B, and it was just easy kills for the players of MiBR as C9 ran out. So continuing a great match to start things off. These two teams are going back and forth, 4-3 in favor of the Brazilian team of MiBR. An aggressive push out of C9.
Poison's off.
3 rifles to push down and fight towards the fountain. And only Oxy alone trying to get some audio cues.
This will solidify a full retake here for C9. Struggling currently on those. Oxy helps it out. Coming into this round right now, C9 1-5 on the retakes, and they put themselves in a position to make this a round where they have to. Let's see if they can make it in. Already Oxy taking down JCC.
Seekers with a flash, trying to get some info, but I think the Seekers got shot down right away, so don't get too much.
Oh, no.
Zepa's just trying to deny the lineups here from both players of MiBR towards the palm tree of Short A, but decides to leave it.
Live to fight another day.
That's not good at all, because that's the orbital strike, a molly, and 2 snake bites available for MiBR, so this might be a done deal for them on the attack. Look at him falling back. They can just play the time right now for the attack. Yeah, and that's just going to be C9 trying to run away on this one.
Enemy remaining. My ult's not ready.
Nice kills, but it's not going to matter when the spike's going to go off, and the round's still going to MiBR.
MiBR stretching these rounds. That's a few now we've seen that just kind of go down to the way they run, they kite, they continue to strategize around C9 trying to get into the site, and C9 is left wanting there. No spike, but they do get the frags. That's going to hurt a bit on the money as we watch it here again. Just a quick cleanup, but the time had already ticked down. Not too much, no, not too different on the setup. C9 continues to go with the 2-3. It's working. You can get Oxy to the other side to A. You can get the utility from Vanity through the gate on the other side of the portal. MiBR is now finding a way around these strats. I said it might be hard for them, but again, it's taking that time, allowing C9 to almost over-rotate themselves. As we have a pit to start off here in mid, a place that MiBR has wanted to take control of almost every single round.
And it definitely looks like C9's been cooking here. I mean, you saw the lineup even of the pit from Whippy. You're putting in a position where it's going to be difficult for you to dog here. You're going to decay as you dog down towards the short. He still stays alive within the back. The satchels now to try to clear it out. And Whippy gets that pick. And there you go. The great position across for C9. Short at least stops that pit from staying out.
He knew.
And the showstopper then comes out, leaving MiBR scattered towards the back of the A. They couldn't control all on the short side for the attack. And gets denied right away.
Felt a bit like the pistol round strat. Zepa just kind of hiding within the smokes that MiBR is creating again there. Able to get quite a few frags. Oh no. You ready for this? Mazen's like, oh my gosh, what is going on? So it looks like they'll have the 1-2. Hookah here. As well as long B for Mazen.
30 seconds left.
Yeah. This is looking good for C9 at least to win the round, but where MiBR is finding that success is on these pulse plants. So C9 continues now having to use an ult actually to defend and prevent MiBR to really get within this A site or any site whatsoever. With 10 seconds left, still committed here.
10 seconds left.
Plant attempt coming out from Azim to first TP.
Last player standing.
And now with the spike going down, it's too
Down
late
B.
here for RGL to come out to get the plant. So very well done for the defenders within that B site, and that's Vanity with the play from long B. So it allows C9 to narrow down the lead that MiBR currently has been building on this blind map.
A lot of death still going through here. We'll have to keep track on the money for C9, but that is definitely righting the ship of what they need to do. See here, trying to push up again through mid. They've loved it. I mean, why not? The strategy they have to take the backside of A is so good, as well as taking that once MiBR can get the site. It almost stops Oxy if he has a quick gate crash to the other side. So they're really preventing a fast hit from the Yoru as well to get back in. Now 5-4. Looks like they're spread across the map with possible B ending, and Artson with enough money in the bank pulls out the operator here, assisted by FRZ at long B. And now they know.
But did they know Oxy on the left side? I mean, you're not using your initiator with you, so they heard the gate crash at least. But quite interesting that the op does come out from Artezine here, as they've been finding a lot of success with the trades for MiBR to really flood the sites, and now they want to play a little bit more slower with the attacker side off.
Still far back in A, expecting, you can almost see in that situation, they're expecting MiBR to still explode on the other side of the map. They're ready for anything. MiBR has done a great job here. C9 themselves are doing a great job at trying to predict what could happen. The early rounds, they were able to follow MiBR. And now it's a little less. And here MiBR will again find the numbers game. A good pressure towards B long to give C9 a little bit of a fake, and it's going to be that 3-1 on A once again.
And then Vanity just threw the second flash towards short, saw nobody there, so there's that instant rotate out of C9, and a perfect timing as MiBR are trying to gain this space towards this A site. Artazine with the Blade Storm on the top, that's why he has the off here, so he can try to open up with the daggers, but Whippy still scores the first blood within the round. And C9 doesn't want to peek out. They just want to wait here for the tap to come down. Whippy finally gets a pick and off the rotate through the TPs though. Time was running down. Somehow Vanity's trying to keep it alive for C9. The 2 versus 1 as the updraft to actually break his crosshair placement. Beautifully done for MiBR as FRZ picks up the kill.
Snack time.
Solid teamwork. You can always identify, I think, a ball of 3 for MiBR. You saw this. And wherever that ball of 3 is, it kind of focuses around Artson. Artson will have an initiator, and maybe it'll be my RGL, or depending on how they want to do it. We'll see what they spread out to this time. But MiBR continues to just be so confident with that 3. And we see the up-down again here. Just absolute mind games on Vanity to end that round. And MiBR's using that 3 to basically... Yeah.
Yes, it comes down to some nice duels and some nice trades for C9, but when you're looking again at the storyline of how this match has been going, they haven't really been perverting their player advantage for C9. MiBR has been winning a lot of these. And also the pulse plant retakes have not been successful here. As you see it, the hand was sticking out. They're trying to get the wall bang. Oxy's already half HP. At least he's able to TP away and get the kill up from Vanity.
All the mind games. So it gets the keel up. Little overgrowth coming in now. And they step it back. C9, you can see him trying to put a wrench in the works of MiBR. Anything to stop these early hits. Otherwise, it would kind of just be a guiding light or a molly they'd have to wait for. So identifying and getting that info is huge for C9 here. And you can see it has slowed MiBR down. But now, do they wait long enough for C9 again to rotate out of these safe positions? That's the question.
They know the money's low here for C9, so I like that MiBR is actually cutting noise, trying to see if C9 is going to try to do their signature. This is what we know from C9 last year, to just try to go for trap plays on the defense, more aggressive. This time, as the clock's diddling down, C9's just waiting towards the back of this A site. So Jake's able to do a little bit of work here with this Vandal that he's saying as the Seeker comes out, which will allow MiBR to get the plan. Zeppa getting caught with nade in hand, and RGL gets the wall bang. Even nonetheless, Zeppa got the kill with the Bucky. Our FRZ was hardly behind U-Haul for the instant trade. So nice work from MiBR. Oxy trying to move back within the Guardian. Off angle waited by FRZ. Nice little bait and switch coming out of MiBR. Now Vanity's stuck with only but a classic. There's a rifle, long range there at triple that you can pick up. Dog's gonna spot him too. Now we'll see if MiBR wants to be a little bit more antsy, if they're gonna try to chase this kill and get punished. There's a tap on the first one, nice peek, and well done here for MiBR in the end. I mean, look at how they swung out on that 3 versus 1.
Last round in the half.
Even finding the man advantage, C9 still cannot find a way to make these retakes work. And I think one of the biggest things you said, Vans, there is the trades, the refrags coming out. We saw this hit on A. They all fly out on the bench, and it was a very fast flash out of the smoke, right? They got themselves almost on the front doorstep before they opened it. And everybody comes piling out. Everybody's trading, and we did see one person standing there. It was Mazen at the end of the fight. The refrags went in favor of MiBR, and A site was theirs. Perseverance and the aggression that they're hitting. And you see C9 wants to stop that shower hit now. They try to get themselves into position, but MiBR is now on the other side of the map, and Oxy quickly cleans that up.
Again, some funnies attempt by MiBR. The wide swing to come out in a second to bait, but Oxy, rookie right now for C9.
Yeah.
It's always quick on the trigger. Even through the drifts, he's now 2 players first long. He's just going to get that info at least to keep them back.
Great info. They're still waiting to see how ready they are for this A hit. MiBR has come back so much. And they may be correct on this. 2-3, the anchors for C9. Everybody is an anchor right now. No one's moving. Realizing how MiBR has tried to flip the map so many times and just continue to end today.
So we're trying to play mind games here. The Drift spotted the 2 players towards long being RGL and FRZ, but then we get a flash on the attack towards Hookah to keep those players there. So the other players of MiBR that were spotted earlier on could try to maybe surprise one. Almost got that first contact and pick, but it's spotted here by Jake. Now the crossfire set up towards the showers. Easy kill for Whippy onto FRZ. As the last 2 players, I mean, you heard the dog, so C9's going to be ready for this one.
Sights vertically split again. Got to get out of U-Haul safely, and there's one. Whippy already onto Mazen.
10 seconds left.
Slow. Zeppa's just going to clean that one up. I wondered if anybody was going to venture into U-Haul and make that a few frags for MiBR. But 7-5 on the first half. C9 do share up a few of those last frags.
Yeah, I mean, a great start to the pistol. And then finishing it strong on a flawless is at least it's going to make you happy moving into the second half, because whatever was happening in between definitely looked like it was better for MiBR.
It really was. Seeing how MiBR continued to structure themselves around what Cloud9 was doing and not being deterred by the Yoru or how fast the Yoru strong and bring this to a tie game just to get in the second half. Big stack by MiBR here towards Hookah, and it looks like they actually want to make themselves known to whoever's going to be on sand.
Yeah, this is quite interesting. You already see a Sheriff out from Martezine, double flash of Martezine with armor, so they're trying to go with the aggression, and it works out. The spike's already down.
Trades, trades, trades. Always here for MiBR is the name of the game. Quickly picked up his vanity, says, okay, bye. Just heads out of that situation. Showers has been on lockdown here for Oxy, so that's going to get a little help in getting there.
And that's the thing.
Cursed.
You're doing such a good job here for MiBR with the pressure that you added at the beginning of this pistol, and now you're funneling C9 to cut noise, trying to find some information within the A site, and you're playing against a Sheriff long range from Artezine. Now he plays it all the way back towards the site. And he could just play the retake now on a 2-player advantage.
Slowly playing this one. There's Vanity and Whippy to plant. Well, maybe get the rotate out and do a little TP. They're just gonna double up, see who they could have gotten off the first fake plant on a full rounder truck. All right.
Good communication, at least. They get the orb up here, so Vanity can actually start falling back for a bit. So now you're keeping MiBR guessing. Is there somebody down towards at short A? But it's currently being flanked here by Martezine, so they'll get this information very quickly and can flood towards the U-Haul. There's the orb coming up again. Vanity looking to be the first contact. Now we're thundering through. The right clicks. Almost gets the one. Almost gets the second one, rather. And now Whippy's on a 2 versus 1. The flash, he turns away from it. Trying to get the shot. Gets the kill. Now it's halfway with the wall coming down. Here comes the white swing. The Shiver at 15 HP is Whippy. Trying to come across. Close for Hank and the bullets. Whippy gets the kill. And a Red Bull clutch for the pistol of Cloud9.
Oh my gosh. What a save on that one by Cloud9. It is so big for them to get that pistol the way MiBR has been playing. That could easily have been a runaway with a few rounds into your bonus. So, oh my, this shot too, that has just been catching people off guard on that angle to Showers here. Twice in this game we've seen. And Whippy doing everything he can in that situation. You know, Emmy, if you watch the interview, says, underrated. I don't know what people aren't seeing in this guy. Well, you see right here, Whippy pulling out the controller plays to clutch that round. Quickly hiding to get himself the win. All right, what do they do for this one? Slow movement to start off. Walls are already down all the way from B through portal here for the side of MiBR as they play that long wall. And MiBR are still stacked. B again for them.
You want to fight this?
They'll fight everything right now, it seems. I love it.
There's the orbs up there. They're forced to TP. Maybe a big, beautiful flash. There's that swing coming out from both ends. But Cloud9 has better weaponry. So that's a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Cloud9. And now they could just stop it. That trap play you attempted from MiBR gets foiled. And this gives a chance here for C9 to just group together and play the distance here against the classics that you currently have on the defensive side of MiBR.
Good to see from a team able to organize themselves around such a chaotic situation. C9 assessed it perfectly. Now entering B. You gotta suss out the rest of these members.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. FRZ, though, at least, is able to catch a good timing for 2 kills with the classic. But C9 get the round and they tie up the game. Their bonus round is decent. 2 Bulldogs right now for Cloud9 and the rest. We'll see if they want to buy around that.
See what they throw down. There's some Bulldogs. See the play once again. Yeah, this chaos right here for Cloud9, what I was saying before, the fact that they didn't stop the scratch, they felt comfortable to take whatever was happening, knowing that there were just, like you said, pistols or whatnot on the other side. You need to see that. They can't be shook after that first half. They have to know when they have the upper hand. And it looks like they are doing just fine in that department. Big split here from C9 onto A. It looks like this could get under the skin of MiBR in a gun round.
We already used everything to try to fake towards this B side. I mean, look at the numbers of MiBR towards the octagon, and as C9 are just moving through without any flashes, putting the smokes down, and even rapid around triple. So trying to pinch back towards showers and finally like, okay, we heard a TP, and maybe too many players towards this A side, but we re-TP on the other end. Maybe overthinking it. There's 2 players still alive for MiBR within the site. They have the weapon advantage. Artazine stops Zeppa on that fake towards the A side, and here's that nice flash coming out from Oxy, who then comes in towards the octagon. Mazin down to 8 HP. Beautiful bird! As another one falls, they'll line up on the second one. A 1-for-1, but a disadvantage for C9. Aiming down the sight, trying to get that first pick, but unfortunately the shots do not connect. And MiBR, they retake the lead.
JZZ and the rest of the squad able to pull one up on the B hit from Cloud9. A little stalled on sight. Nice job by MiBR to kind of back up, not allow anything off the get-go. You saw C9 got to hookah fast and then waited. Just a little bit of rotation time for MiBR there. Hard to get the plant down. No extra money there. Still a buy though coming in from C9. What's the play going to be? A push down mid here. One of the first aggression on defense from MiBR.
Just a contact play. It's nice. Whippy did some damage, but just couldn't get the victory here as he looks like he scored the first shot. And instantly we fall back, trying to find a heal. So that also allows 3 players to be stacked right after for MiBR within this B site.
Making sure there's no push mid. Oxy covers that. MiBR is doing a great job of not showing, not giving up any information that doesn't need to be. Looks like it's back to mid here for C9. Oxy's been covering this position. They won't have shower control on this one, so they have to be careful about that right side of the site as Zeppa opens up hookah.
This is actually really good, because now it gives some space here for
go
C9
back.
to work with.
Yes.
Exactly. You could TP across. Rotate already came out. There's no flash to support on the defense as Mazin falls down. Now they're going to try to go ring around the Rosie.
Oh, yeah.
Oxy here's to rotate back. He's trying to get potentially a pick here if he can, but the timing doesn't work out. So still holding towards the U-Haul.
If C9 is thinking about the first 2 rounds of second half, it was a pile of 4 members of MiBR, so they've been teleporting back and forth.
And a triple swing right after the flash. Oxy's trying to get the second kill there onto RGL. Oh boy. Orbital strike coming through. The spike fist has fallen somehow, and Zeppa again is the last player remaining. And the story continues with C9 working well on the first blood, but just can't convert.
Yes, the conversions are not happening. I was saying before, the round 1 and 2, MiBR had a stack of 4 members to rotate across, and C9 would have said everybody was at this site. So third round, we see the teleport, maybe expecting MiBR again in a huddle. But MiBR is doing such a good job at following here. The second round, C9 tries the TP play to go around the world. Smiles on the faces of MiBR right now. I think the desk said something really pivotal for them is there's only up, right? Where's the pressure? You know, they're chill, they're vibing, they're having a good time. They love what the team looks like, and they are enjoying playing together. The ability to get themselves into these rounds, knowing they have the advantage, or even convert when C9 has a 5v4. MiBR are 6 and 10 on gun rounds right now, so really coming through.
Launching smoke.
A lot of ultimates could be had here by Cloud9. Just 1 orb for 4 members. Vanity gets his.
I want to walk up for a contact and surprise the Showers push.
Yeah.
Works out for a trade at least. And they have a dimensional drift to get the information. So there's...
Who's next?
This is going to be pretty good for C9 to gain at least map control. And allow here for Jakey to try to run out and get the plant. Also, orbital strike available. Molly, if they try to fall back at this point, this is nicely done there as JZZ is caught in the corner. you're gonna try to fall back, I love the double flank that we currently have here from MiBR. The Seekers took around, Mazine gets the drop onto Oxy, and even a push towards the spawn gets denied by FRZ. Numbers back at the advantage of MiBR. The weapon not strong for C9, only 2 stingers. Jake is low on HP, trying to hold his ground here towards the showers, trying to stay alive. There's that first nice pick there onto Mazine to allow Whippy to get this backstab. But Artazine is still sticking on that spike. Finally, the jiggle across. There's that backstab. And now we can push across. And the fuse still comes through.
It's falling apart. It's falling apart right now. MiBR picking up the pieces wherever they can. A quick defuse by Artazine, and they get themselves a 10th round. Now that's 3 in a row. 2,900 does go for the lost round bonus to C9, but is it going to be enough? They got to find momentum. They got to find what's working for them here. MiBR is sticking with this identity of aggression and patience. Whenever they need it, they can flip it on. The aggression comes from the group of 3 when they know they need to wait. We just saw it there from FRZ, a quick kill and spawn, going over to Zeppa, just really nailing the coffin on some of these plays, the way that MiBR is defending their sites. Here towards A, Cloud9, the 4-1 again with Whippy kind of being off, listening for rotations, trying to help with that mid-round call.
Yeah.
And again, MiBR in hookah, almost pushed up towards that short A side. They're not giving that much ground.
And definitely trying to change the pace for C9 within this round. Ooh, but it was stopped right away by the utility you currently have from FRZ towards this long B. They still want to continue to pressure towards this B site. The ults to come out, the Seekers to push across, but they don't have control of hookah right now. This could be very dangerous towards the post plant when these smokes will come down. So C9 haven't decided yet to move within this B site. They TV back within A.
Cruising, oh my. Different sides of the map now.
Oh no.
They're gonna hear each other almost, I think.
Oh, they heard it.
Yeah.
Oxy turns around here as Mazine gets created. Zeppa's the one that's waiting all the way towards showers, but JZZ also has a timing. The timing across the showstopper out connection, but then traded right away. And Whippy was still holding towards that fountain. It was gonna get scrappy no matter what through that TP play.
Fire in the hole!
Advantage now for Cloud9. Showstopper misses. The pit comes out. We're trying to secure the round now.
Oh man.
I love the crowd again. It's good to be back.
On the money.
RGL though, a nice pick onto Zeppa. 2 versus 2. Oh, the tag there onto it. Be down to 16 HP. Playing close within is Oxy. Just on the edge of that pit. He senses FRZ coming through and gets that pick. A 1 versus 1. The pit comes down though as Whippy gets picked off. RGL trying to scale up now from triple. The wide sum across. RGL gets the pick and the defuse. And MiBR scores up at 11.
The 1v1 is what it comes down to again. And when this game came around, when you thought about at least firepower, how something might work and strategy, you were kind of unknown on both teams, but MiBR is bringing in the refracts, bringing in the firepower when they need it in the 1v1 situations, and making these rounds work. What a close by RGL Meister. We know he's good for those situations. We've seen it last year, and it continues here. Another defuse there by MiBR. Their retakes, they are just overheating on those. Beautiful job.
What a great way to kick off right now the Americas for the Brazilian teams today. They're really putting up a fight right now as MiBR takes the lead by 4 on C9's map pick. Pit comes out early on the defense, so that now forces C9 to try to wrap around. Ooh, Jesus, he could have had that one, but Oxy punishes him as he misses the shot. FRZ holding within the pit here with his judge. He's gonna avoid a little bit of that utility, but that's still gonna allow C9 to plant for showers. Oh, nice flash. Not pushing through. He's making himself known though with this judge, FRZ. And his teammates are so far back within the pit. 2 players now walking in, and that's the pit down. Finally, C9, they're finding some good value here of working together with the utility.
RGL out to op, save it. So another round here. Should easily go in. And looking at Cloud9, I kind of want to put out bringing the Yoru into the game. looking at what Oxy does, otherwise we watch him on his jet, we watch him on basically just his jet.
Any duelist, pretty much, yeah.
Fearless aggression, right? Goes in, knows what the jet or a duelist has to do to get into the site, break the chaos, to break crosshairs, and get into position. And I feel like, well, they can do that with this composition. MiBR is not allowing it. They're either pushing up to make sure Oxy can't get a weird gate crash, or there are some people in the back to make sure that there isn't a gate crash that got by them, and he's going to show up behind. So a lot of his options, I feel like, would be shut down from where we see him going in and being that kind of spearhead for the team. And Zeppa's there to kind of help with the post plan as well and initiate the hit, not be the one bouncing in. So I feel like MiBR is not allowing this composition of C9s to work at its fullest.
Yeah. Although C9 was able to drop that Viper's pit, is not out of the fire pit yet. Still trailing by 3 rounds. Op still available now for Artazine. Blade Storm. Hero Rifle saved by Mazine as well. And there comes the flank from behind. Somehow gets the double kill with the shorty. Very nicely done to wrap around behind here on the execution of C9. And that's a second attempt now to save the Vandal. The op has been dropped.
And what I mentioned just now, because last round was C9, but the aggression rather, it was C9 pushing through showers and kind of everybody behind Oxy there. This one was through short A, everybody behind Oxy there. A lot what it would look like if they did have that on a jet. So really on the ball together with these last few strategies. And they just collect the rounds, easy peasy, forcing the save twice here by MiBR. Zeppa's the only one that goes down, so they're actually building a huge economy as well as they hit MiBR's at the perfect time.
Yeah.
FRZ goes down to get some money.
Better late than never at this point here,
Yeah,
right?
now 9 to 11.
Able to build the economy up, at least trying to keep it close or even try to tie the game if you can. But if your back's against the wall here on the first map, if MiBR is able to convert here from round number 11, you still have money to work with to try to battle it back to OT.
And this is the big one. MiBR is calling the timeout. If this round is lost, sure, they get 2,900 from max bonus, but look at that's on 50 credits, 100. They're not going to be able to buy. C9 is going to be able to topple these next rounds over if this next round can go their way, and very easily could have an OT game or even C9 kind of switching it back in their favor. 2 rounds. MiBR used a bit more of the back and forth on their attack. C9 making the comeback here. 9 to 11 after 4 straight rounds for MiBR. C9 find a way through the defense.
Got our first outlaw of the Americas as
Oh, Oxy.
got some spraying suit of
All right.
smokes towards the showers, and already a player has to fall back. That's JZZ looking for a heal, an opportunity here for C9 to start scaling up within the sites if they want
Scout
to.
destroyed.
Interesting. Let's see. Oh, it's a double buy. You just picked up a Vandal. Okay. I was like, you have 5250 and you bought a... Man's just banking weapons back there in an arsenal. 3-2 split here from C9. The rotation is coming back in from JZZ. And again, let's see how much they crash in behind Oxy here if they do decide to go in.
It's Oxy that's trying to crash behind them as well. TPing out, but Vanity and Whippy are there at least for the trade. So great space created by Oxy. Oh, JZZ trying to find a timing, running out through the smoke, but couldn't surprise his opponent. Zeppa is almost down to nothing, but gets the heal top up from Vanity. Spike
Viper
down
fight.
and Planet here for C9. And a Viper on Viper. Whippy wins that duel and eliminates FRZ. Only Mazine and JZZ left up towards the pipes at the spawn. Both spotted by Jake. And what does that mean? Another save here from MiBR.
Another save. And what is this? This
Owner- is
A
Owner
and shower play?
coaching
Getting that love. Yeah, another shower hit. Another one. It's funny that we brought up Oxy being aggressive there, and it did push a little bit more into that, right? A little bit more pressure on the rookie's shoulders to be the one to go in, and for C9 to find the refrags.
Yeah.
Doing much better at that, and MiBR doesn't really have the answer. This is the money situation we're talking about now, fully down onto that low buy. Sheriffs and a Marshall for the side of MiBR.
You bring up a great point, though, with Oxy. The pressure on his shoulders. First time on the Americas
You're
stage.
feeling
and doing
lead
this.
shoes?
And I think it's the good thing here. They're trusting the process of what C9's been doing throughout the offseason. Yes, they look kind of weird with the compositions that we're running, but being able to play on a stage with a crowd over in Korea and then playing also in a LatAm tournament, I mean, they're allowing him to get that experience on the stage quite early before stepping right here within the Americas. And he's doing a great job once again to create the space for C9. Only one round away for C9 to tie up the game. And as MiBR is trying to find an answer on this eco, it works out for a small trade here within this B site. Look at this push that you currently have from Artezine.
Oof. And this is where not having a sentinel comes into play. Artezine on that large flank. Gonna wait for just a moment here. It feels like somebody might be watching.
He knows it's a fake. He heard the snake bite going out for long B and is like, nah, it's not happening. It's towards the A site. So the rest of MiBR rotating towards the spawn. They have an opportunity to go for the backstab here, but Whippy, 6 cents, turns around and eliminates Artezine.
How does he know? It's one of those lurkers. You want Oxy to keep it going.
This spot being very strong right now on Vine now. Trying to go for the battle against FRZ. Who the defender wins it. Trying to make the economy a little bit more expensive for C9 within the next rounds. I mean, you've mentioned it, Riv. It's been looking pretty good for C9 with the economy. They've been building round after round. Nice shot from Azine as well, out with the Marshall. Orb comes across, the tap's coming through, and both players of C9 are out towards the showers. And as the orb comes down now, it's too late. Couldn't aim down the sight on time there from Azine as Jake allows C9 to tie up the game.
I guess one way to get back into that game is 4 hits on A eventually. And 2 of those rounds back to back were under 30 seconds for Cloud9. They have completely changed the name of the game that they're trying to bring to the table. An identity is currently being formed as we watch here on Vine. And yeah, they feel a lot more comfortable. Maybe just the cobwebs are off on what they were trying to do before. And they said, let's revert back to this. Because that's as stark as it looks right now. Night and day from what they were doing before to what we just saw in the last 4 rounds. Here, though, they will focus on towards the B site. Oh,
MiBR is trying to join the party, pushing down towards Long B as they heard the showstopper towards Hookah. The first and second kills come out in favor of C9. Mazine and Amazino pushing it out. That's the spike down.
Oxy was in a 4v1 over here, but then more people joined, and it's actually 2 going down for C9 now. They run back, a quick drift for Oxys. He goes dimensional on this one, and they should know the site's clear. Don't have to commit, though. It looks like they're still being quite tentative on it.
A lot of these. Trying to go for a flash towards the spawn. Oh, the long range too.
Operator down.
Up to Shorty. Oxy read that and plays the distance to win it with the Vandal. TP's away. Advantage for C9. Double up towards U-Haul as Oxy's playing back to the backstab here. The post plan, the last player to watch the flank. But the dog spots both players of MiBR towards the spawn. Hand to hand, Whippy is just trying to hold them back with another snake bite towards the ground. There's that flash for a peek towards the front. It's beautiful. Both of them fall for MiBR. Beautiful discipline and play for C9 as they're now at match point.
From chaos to collected strategies here from C9. Everything looking great. And look, Oxy staying for this fight. Finally gets out of that situation. Takes the 3rd one down and drops the high priority operator and spawn. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that before. As the MiBR has been portion of the attack side, if you will. Continues to just put a wrench in everything MiBR wants to does that regards a big flank or trying to flank the side of Cloud9. Almost better than a Sentinel, honestly. So they quick hit. That's gonna land right on Mazine. Little hot toe there. And yeah, they get no guiding light. Yeah, there it is towards long. All right, so detection is out. Still is not going to make anybody move just yet. We're looking at a replicated round here for C9 to get out of showers once again. Behind Oxy.
This is actually great plays right now from MiBR. JZ gets the pick onto Oxy and they're trying to push forward. Orbital strike even to push them back to slow down the pace that C9 has. I love the utility play that you currently have here from MiBR to get a perfect read on C9 split within this A site. As C9's trying to answer back, Seeker's out, the dog's gonna hit JZZ, but he satchels away back into safety. The MiBR have the power of numbers here. Went within the A site. The satchels comes across, RGL on top of the truck, but Jake and Whitney are right back. Close range with the showstopper denied right away. And Jake comes back with confidence, needing only one more kill onto FRZ to close up the first map.
30 seconds left.
Another TP across within this B site. The disadvantage though for MiBR is you're trying to play with a judge. So if you get a perfect timing here with the judge, you might get the win. But Jake's waiting right there, gets the pick, and C9 will close off the first map with a 13-11 victory.
In a bit of a roundabout way, but they do it. It seemed to be back on split, and we'll see if C9 can pull that momentum now from game one that they ended with. After MiBR had much of the lead on Bind, C9 does get the win, and now we start on to split. 4-1 for MiBR to start off their attack strategy.
So recall smoke to try to peek out. 4 players moving forward for MiBR, and Jake had the sixth sense to want to start falling back within this one. But there's so much KJ utility right here to support Jake towards the back of the site. There is that dash forward, and even the microwave set up there from Whippy to drop 2, but Mazine wrapped over the back of that B site. RGL Meister even traded off at the pillar onto Vanity. So instantly what looks so good is back into MiBR's advantage. Paint Shells almost got that kill out from Oxy onto Mazine. At least the players are low for MiBR.
Yep, the tried and true just blast on the B. Zeppa, enough time to look for the flank, calls it correctly.
Important 1v1 right here, and it's won by FRZ. Difficult now for Oxy. Disadvantage against 3 players, make that 2. And look how passively we're playing. RGL is all the way back towards spawn. So there's the grab well for the first one, and FRZ could just wait it out. He has a ghost, so there's no more delay available after the Nova Pulse coming out from RGL. And there's that stick on the spike, the 3-2-1 for the double swing, and RGL gets that pick.
All right, so we'll keep track of this too. Retake there for MiBR. They grab a pistol for themselves. See where they go for second buy, if they try to just go for the same strat again, or they give a little help over to that side where FRZ was lurking. Looks like they will go towards A. And just get that default Viper wall up so they can get into sight. Interested to see how they use the Astra smokes. We will get a little bit more of a lurk here from RGL. An X stack here from Cloud9. Should be able to do some damage to MiBR. A Vandal, if that Vandal gets picked up, Cloud9 can definitely turn this one in their favor.
And that's in the hands of Mazine, but right now he's using util to allow JZZ to satchel up towards the E ramp. Even with a boombot to clear vents and a dot to look towards the right, knowing that it's clear a counter flash. Wow. C9's not looking to push back within that one. Turret now sees the over-aggression out from the top of the E heaven side as FRZ still manages to get a pick here with the snake bite right within the A site. Now inside the vents, 3 players to greet Jake. And that's not gonna allow for you to get too much out of the gamble stack that you had from C9 towards this A site.
Very confident movement here from MiBR. C1, they're gonna make their way into B. And I feel like we're gonna see that quite a bit more. Just that rush up to A, whether it's a waterfall into A site or towards B. C9, albeit a save round, I don't think they're going to be playing in that heaven position much with how quick and how much of a death ball MiBR sends on these strategies. This one going to fizzle out here in the way of MiBR as C9 may not get in for the defuse with 2.
I like this right now. Mazine just trying to get a 1 and die if he can get ulted within the next round. They kind of did a Bogdan's Law, a mini Bogdan's Law to give that Vandal over to RGL.
Okay,
And that at least it gives an opportunity for MiBR to work towards an orb and even utilize Seekers on their bonus round.
All right, keeping an eye on Whippy for a moment, seeing how they set up this Killjoy for now. Interesting, it's just going to be towards B. A lot of times Killjoy, in the early days, we saw that setup with the bot towards vent, a turret towards A, a lot of long-range detection. It seems like they forgo that now and expect a B hit here. Most of the members of MiBR at A looking for this slow lurk hit again. And it's even changed, right? Mazine is now the one off hanging out with that Vandal. The rest of the team together. That was RGL Meister last round. Good detection. And I was wrong. C9 do want to play this ramp. They expect MiBR, and they are ready to fully connect with it.
Hey, satchel out.
Right into sight MiBR goes once they detect somebody up top on Heaven.
Open side right now for a plant. Gamble plant out in the open, nobody running outside of the smoke, so good enough here for MiBR to play and regain control of Heaven. And off that pick, there's the Seekers we were talking about here. An opportunity for MiBR to convert this bonus round to get information on 2 players at least towards this A Heaven side. And after that flash, all of C9 pivots towards the screens, waited in, stopped at least for 1 frag, but instantly traded off, and then again, Raptor seeing that they can't gain the space towards the screen. C9 falls back for a save, and MiBR, they convert their bonus to get the 3rd.
So a little variation to not going up ramp. They use the double duelist strategy as per order. Dash right into sight and bounce right in as well. With JZZ only losing 1 here, forcing C9 to the saves. MiBR is confident in their strats. Whether or not they're able to hit the first shot, the refrag is there, and the whole team is in on the strategy, right? Everybody in on a bad strat is better than half the people going in on a good strat. And MiBR is just on board with everyone, and it's really making the difference here on these sight hits. Some guns saved. We see Oxy going down to the judge here. Let's see what he can produce. He gets up close and personal in mailroom.
Yeah. Ends up being a very good call for C9 to save to still bring out some firepower within this round.
It was very smart.
Switch up the warmer on this one.
Yeah, Jakey low. Might just be hiding in the back, throwing smokes out. They've switched over Whippy now towards A. See if they can defend this, but it looks like MiBR is going to choose the numbers game again and end at the right site as of now. Really great movement across the map that MiBR has been utilizing here. You always get the Viper wall on the right. FRZ's been toying with that the last few rounds with the team. Now they just leave it up to use the gas and play mind games.
They use the timing of that smoke to allow JCZ to double satchel out, catching Zeppa off guard within the spawn, but Jakey's still alive rather in the back of the site. Vanity dropping down with 2 players, Showstopper out. Oh, Vanity didn't erase it! It's still a 2 versus 2. Flash to come out, nice shot by Mazine.
Can't use that yet.
Players are low, but the heal then comes out from Mazine onto RGL, making it harder for Whippy to try to win this one.
Spike planted.
Low armor now, low HP. First contact, and notice the second one's the planner. The 3-2-1 again for MiBR. Double swing out. C9 still can't find an answer on the aggression of MiBR.
MiBR says no retakes for you today, Cloud9. They are having a tough time trying to retake these sites here. MiBR is doing so good at, 1, taking the site, finding the kills they need, but also getting into position that just roots them in, no matter the utility that is expected from Cloud9 to try and retakes here. Great positioning. It does not seem like they're getting pushed out of their confidence right now. And again, slowly towards B with FRZ now towards that right side to initiate that lurk that has been in the back of C9's head. No mid so far for MiBR. They're sticking with the extremity. They get there, they hit it. Clean and clear what they want to do on these situations, and they do it again, Van Silly. Low buy from C9.
Yeah, and that unloads all of the Stinger bullets onto that kill, but you know, the Stinger, as fast as it's able to get the kill, it's fast that the bullets actually empty within the clip. You have this lower buy that you had for C9, and it just couldn't hold it on that crossfire setup. And MiBR is looking very strong on the pulse plan, even with this Trailblazer spotting Zeppa within the back of the site.
A little run around from FRZ here as the trail.
MiBR doesn't want to chase this.
1 enemy remaining.
Allowing FRZ to do what he does best. Just lurk behind, get as many picks as you can. Whippy down to 1 HP. We're going to be able to get an upgrade.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still the round for the Brazilian team.
Operators out too, so MiBR's game where they have been hitting every site. If they feel uncomfortable with that, Vans, now they can go for the opening pick, get something sure off of that, and make it work. So many options here are opening up for MiBR with the lead they're now taking on Split. Their pick too. And I think we see why. Coming in on the attack side, they are relentless with what they're hitting. A few towards A, almost 3 towards B from what we've seen here. And again, completely avoiding mid here on the B retake. You see these shots just connecting left and right.
And on this replay that you see the hit from the double duelist moving out towards the orange hallway, this is twice
at A to lock it down now. A little bit of mid love here for the first time as JZZ is going to wander about. Both teams kind of just mirroring each other as they present to this round. It's kind of funny. And the 2-1-2.
Now being heard out from Artesine. Oh,
You're
no.
kidding.
Potentially looking to reposition back towards the male as he got spotted first and just tried to go for the lucky timing. And
Wow.
you got it here for Artesine.
Already pushed up ramp too. MiBR playing the audio game, waiting to hear any type of rotation and movement off the kill from Vanity. Just gaining every bit of info to make sure the next move is a successful one. They will go ahead and take Heaven. Everybody in mid's waiting for the confirmation here.
You could do so much right now, and the flash comes out from screen. So this is a call now for MiBR. They have so much that they could do. Pivot here from vents out towards the A side to explode. They don't really know where the KJ utility is yet, so looking to just push forward within this A site. Now they finally spot the turret within this A site. For them to decide now if they want to fall back or just explode now with the power numbers. KJ and Sky for C9 stuck within the A site.
They waterfall into this utility. Could be big. The shots have to hit though. Still
30
hidden.
seconds left.
Flash for a timing. That's nice for Whippy and Zeppa in the back of the side. Beautiful hold in the end. Oxy with the cavalry for the support in the back. Pain Shells pushing FRZ away. And with 18 seconds left, Spike down within the A site. Not much here that Thraw could do. Drop right away, and that's confidence out from C9 as they get the first round and a beautiful hold from the two players on the A site.
May seemed a little scary when we saw all of MiBR taking free space to Heaven, but that was almost a trap there. C9 was not peeking. They weren't giving any more info. And as soon as the waterfall happened, that's when we see Whippy and Zeppa pop out of the woodwork inside sight. Really nicely done. You can see. It's like, yeah, can't believe they fell for that. Let's do it again. Coming into round 7, still a lot of work to be done here from Cloud9, but they're starting off right with that round. A lot of money MiBR can go through here over the next few rounds. So C9 has to do more than just win. They got to do full damage, no saving allowed. Ooh.
Boombot just saw there, Vanity trying to work within the vents.
Yep.
All right, trying to dog it back just to force JZZ in the 1v1, stuck within vents now. As he goes for the snake bite, Vanity.
Hello.
Never turned around. Should have been ready for that, but Oxy is at least within the B site. Showstopper now out, trying to trade it out against Vanity, who got dropped by JZZ just within these vents.
That was a...
Yes, indeed, another Rosa, but Mazine still clean with it with the shots. JZZ with the late lurk. A baited shot from Zeppa to look back towards the male, allowing C9 to regain the advantage within round 7. And Mazine's just trying to play the timing. But it's better for C9, both walking back towards the spawn. Mazine sticking the plant, and there's that swing out for Zeppa for the kill.
Fans, 2 rounds now. Vanity has found himself going down first, but Cloud9 are still able to convert off of the 4v5. Not what we saw on Bind.
Finally something different behind, indeed, yeah.
Big change there for C9 to be able to correct these rounds. And a big push there by JZZ. They'll be a little bit more aware that that's going to be happening. We've seen the lurk on aim be very back and forth, whether or not FRC is taking it or not. It's only been a few of the rounds of the 7 we've seen, and that time it being JZZ threw everything off with the timing. Full A, full hit. We think we're double duelist into sight here? Let's see. They're going to go over a lot of util and 4 ultimates from C9.
Whippy's ready for it, though. I mean, look at it. He's already back towards the screens. Even if the satchel breaks his util, they want to play the lockdown for the retake. Instead, yes, indeed, a double satchel up there. Seekers to come out on the attack. There is that lockdown to prevent the attackers moving within the A side. Nice pick from JZZ, though, as Zeppa falls first. But that timing of the lockdown coming down, it doesn't allow MiBR to move within the site for a plant. But still giving time for C9 to rotate across to refight as MiBR is cutting noise.
Hit number 2. MiBR with a second attack.
Oxy gets the timing, tries to get the spray, but at least Vanity's there for the kill. That's a spike down towards Hell. Artesine trying to go for the spray transfer. Goes to work out as RGL. Also cannot trade it out. Pit comes out instantly for some odd reason.
Another 4v5 conversion. Oh my gosh, Cloud9 heating up right now. They lose a member, they correctly adjust, and they find a way to shut MiBR down, which has not been the story at all here throughout this series. See, diving right into the side. And this was the second hit, right? They went to Heaven, didn't like the adjustment. The ult comes out. And they fly back into the site, but C9 is ready. Oxy going wild there. Him and Oxy and Vanity just coming out on the balcony, laying people out in sight. They were very confident to double peek together. Seeing that confidence come out and the cobwebs wear off for C9. We're just full in. Just not showing the weapon yet. So Bladestorm out, MiBR at 5. The last 3 in Cloud9's favor. We're gonna get one of our final gun rounds here for MiBR. If they can't get this, they're onto a save.
Yeah,
Right into sight.
This time the flash is towards main. Seekers instantly coming out here for Zeppa as Oxy once again comes in for the support from the top. So it doesn't matter if there's a toxic screen being pushed out from the attacking side. As finally Fra picks it up, turns around within the back of the site, and FRZ will get the plant at least for MiBR. Satchel on the other end. Nice little neutral coming out. Oxy will get the last one for the iBuy Power Ace.
Amazing hit there. The Astra utility coming in to just alley-oop the rest of it for the iBuy Power Ace.
And mind you, those watching right now screaming at Oxy and those watching at home, I mean, iBuy Power, our new sponsor, a new partner right now for the America's VCT, and what they're doing currently is for every ace they're actually giving out a PC. That's quite sick. So if you want to get more information, check out their socials at iBuy Power. For a PC, it's going to be given out for every single iBuy Power ace.
Gotta get those aces. Players are gonna start being like, give it to me now. Let's get another PC out there.
Zeppa almost got one on bind, and then
Yeah.
Oxy just got one here.
Yeah.
Hopefully they got a lot of money here for iBuy Power to give away these PCs.
It's gonna be an ace-heavy season. 5-4. Again, this mid has not seen a lot of love from either team. Maybe 1 or 2 rounds. This is one of the biggest ones. We have 3 members of MiBR starting to approach. They haven't really seen how C9 likes to defend this, so this is new for just about everyone.
Could be a pop attack right now. Already Mazin's moving in, and there's that flash. No information, and already instantly backing out his Vanity. Already a first snake bite on top of that of Mail, just to not allow MiBR to go for this double dive in this control within this B site.
FRZ slowly peeking, slowly moving. I think this is the time. Yep. They get some guiding lights out of A. Cloud9 not quite sure what's happening, but still feel very, you can see they're comfortable in their offensive positions. Oxy showing it there with the first one.
Yeah, definitely. You don't need to move right away, and there's that adaptation. Unfortunately, it's a showstopper that lands and greets Whippy. Advantage back for MiBR as they take control of this B site. At least in terms of the power of numbers, it's a 3 versus 3. Oxy has the showstopper for the retake. Pain Shell to clear out the front of the B site. Satchel within the front, right in the face of Artazine.
Special delivery.
Now as he pushes forward to tap on that spike, and both players so far away, and it's going to be difficult here for Mazin to go for the flank unless RGL can hold it a little bit longer.
They're expecting it.
The swing out, Zeppa's waiting for it, but it's a 1-for-1.
One enemy remaining.
Now Mazin's stuck on the top. Mind games are coming through. Just saw the reload of Vanity at the pillar. Now a second tap as Vanity gets a third within the round. The defuse and the C9 tie up the game.
The IGL stepping up to clean it up for the squad. Last frag coming through, 5-5 now, as you said. Yeah, we are all tied up, and it has seemed like such a battle to get to just this point here on Split. Again, same thing on Bind too. When one of the teams is in control, they are just in control. There's no waffling here that they're doing.
Yeah.
Until the edification comes through of what's happening for one of the players, one of the squads, they call the shots, and it changes again, night and day here. But doesn't look like C9's given up too much of the reins here. 14 frags for Oxy as he starts to pop off again in the second map.
Oh, FRZ's behind the wall is going to pop it down. Couldn't get the kill, unlucky. Shooting players in the back.
Hardest shots. Spike is dropped for this one as they continue to push forward. So MiBR is just feeling out the round here.
A dash forward.
Wait a
Nice
minute.
little flash though, but Vanity turns away on time. Double kill coming through. Now only 2 players remaining. Oxy chasing it down. Nice shot at least from RGL. And even a second one,
Yeah.
but you know it's definitely closing in. Players are coming across there for C9 for the trade no matter what. And they have the money to work with despite
Last
going against
round before
the
the
eco
switch.
of MiBR. Just hunt it down, get those orbs in.
Yeah, I think we saw that. A little bit of money to work with, jumping out, hopping around, maybe playing hopscotch. And this from Vanity, scoring together 5 kills in the last 2 rounds with those two. Absolutely awesome stuff coming from him after finding himself going down in the eyes of MiBR in a few rounds there as the first. So now 6 in a row for Cloud9. They're giving a bit of one site, full push on the other. Here it go towards B main. Making quite a bit of noise here too, so it's gonna have to be a reaction from MiBR.
And Vanity's holding with an op in the front, gets punished right away. He was hoping to at least get just his one. But there's still an opportunity to go for a surprise attack. C9 walking it towards that flank. The timing is good, at least for MiBR. They have the time to go back through vents, out within the A site.
Right.
And just before the wall comes up, FRZ gets that pick onto Whippy.
2 from vents, 1 all the way around. How long will it take, Zeppa?
Too long. His teammates are falling down now within the vents. Jake Elise trades it off, 30 HP remaining.
Last player standing.
Grenade.
Now, against the world, last round at the half. Zeppa just holding towards the B main, does get the first and second pick.
2 left.
Dog
Healthy.
available, no flashes. The shot comes in from Artzine on the top of the B site, or the A site rather, but it's planted for them pretty much. So look at him pull back, just letting Zeppa come towards them as he runs forward. Base on the shot! But couldn't get the kill onto FRZ. At the end, MiBR ties up the game as we're going to a clean
Switching
slate in the
sides.
second half.
All right, I like to end it that way. I said we didn't get a back and forth, but that is definitely a way to end it. Down to the wire, and we're pushing each other here. 6-6 on this as Cloud9 found a way to stop MiBR's attack there. That death ball they were using and bring us to even.
At least right now, when you had the interview with Bazooka saying, there was a lot of mistakes going through, it
Yeah.
looks clean right now. Oxy going Super Saiyan 3 times, and thankfully, if you're still watching GT or whatnot, it could go 4 and 5. So great opportunities here for Oxy to continue to pop off within this game. As C9 now on the attack, waiting for early information, potential coming out from MiBR here on this A ramp.
Interesting.
Comes out late, Oxy gets the first blood.
Yeah. Whippy playing cross map here. So calls for the wall will happen. A lot of communication needs to be happening. Now they can weave in and out of this wall if they want to make sure Heaven is there. As this space is free to take. A little bit tougher now, not double duelist. They have to go in together.
That's well done. The pain shell still to split the attack from C9 and isolates Oxy running in alone. Druid will get that kill here for MiBR. That was a frenzy kill from JZZ. And as you heard the turret earlier on from C9, that's players from MiBR that was pushing down, and they know the B site's open. Vanity the whole time's been lurking there, so they just book it within this B site for a free play.
So big for Vanity's positioning. He can also hear anybody coming through vent. Rotations through upper mail room. Yeah. Really smart stuff. I think this is what we expect to see from Brains on this squad. And Vanity is going to find the first one. The jig is up.
Nicely
30
done.
seconds
Heard
left.
the footsteps of Vanity running
Spike
across.
planted.
Plan Elise comes down now for C9. B Heaven now back in control for MiBR and especially FRZ with the flank watch. So there's no good post-plant positions for C9 currently on our 2 versus 4. They have to come up huge with these ghosts. Both Jake and Whippy. Double swing now to fight towards the B main. Wrapping across. There's a wraparound towards the back, but instantly RGL and JZZ win their individual duels. And MiBR, they get the pistol in the second half.
Started them off strong on the last one, MiBR. See what kind of buys they get. We did have a Vandal again coming from Mazin last time. That was under the course of a few frags, though, that were the result of that pistol round. It looks like we will have Outlaw coming in for Artzine, Guardian for Azine. So they do actually go for a bit bigger on those guns. A few Bulldogs and then that Spectre for FRZ for Util. All right. Looks like they want to bring these over towards B and fight these angles.
Oh, this is so good. We have the Outlaw coming out too, and we talk about the damage you could do against this half buy. C9's about to run into it.
Just on the back, he's actually going to be up top. Yep. One shot, not activated just yet. He can fall behind and then get out.
Enemy kill.
Misses the first. Oh, actually, he did connect onto Oxy. He's down to 10 HP. RGL is able to help him out from hell. Recalled
Just
Soul
missed.
gets a second kill. That's good enough here to get his second to allow now MiBR to have potentially an easier retake.
3v2.
Not until Zeppa has something to say. Pushing out towards the spawn, the head and kill onto Artazine. This time picking up the Guardian, but GZZ wins that fight. And the forced buy attempt from C9 gets denied.
The damage, okay, Artazine, huge. The damage done by the Outlaw, it kind of made, obviously, a second guessing happening is we saw Cloud9 going into the site. You either want to peek or you don't, but with low health, it's a full commit. So C9 starts to drop a few players. They don't have the utility they need to get further. And MiBR just collapse onto the site. It all comes from that Outlaw. The first few shots that whittled down Cloud9 to make that strategy feel just a little weird. Bazooka, that's the cheer. Bazooka very happy with the situation, the start of this one. Another bonus.
It's also my favorite dance move on the dance floor.
Oh, okay. Could be another bonus grabbed up here by, oof, MiBR.
He was blinded to get that shot, swings in across, Oxy gets the
Spike
kill,
down
but not
B.
until FRZ's on to support on the top of the B balcony, and every other player behind Oxy was also getting dropped. Now Vanity and Zeppa, another attempt to go for a half buy. Nice shot from
Okay.
Vanity at least. 9GL that could frag. We like that here for C9 fans. But the spike's down. It's going to be difficult here for the last two players to come back and fight to pick it up.
Make sure they don't get shot in the back for now. So much lurking could be happening. Oh. Thinking about time.
God. And there's that timing. Unfortunate for Vanity. Stuck with the orb within his hands, gets picked off instantly, rather. As now Zeppa
30
is
seconds
just
left.
trying to find some sort of timing across.
That's the sound. They hear that. So looking to clean this one up. MiBR is collapsing on these strategies so quick, and we see the trades just from FRZ that came from heaven for the people in sight. They seem to be on each other's shoulders with these fights. And there's a kill for FRZ to come through. The money's not looking too good here for C9. 2,900 on top of that, I believe, with no bonus going through, so it should be light buys. Few fulls coming through. Not too bad for C9 here as we watch this replay once again.
Such a sick shot. I mean, he just went for the timing down, fully blinded, and that's the thing. Like, the times that C9 are going for these force buy, they're like, okay, he's only got 2 bullets in his Outlaw. We might be able to overpower that with numbers and the force buy that we have. But as you're diving instantly into the straight line of sight that you currently have there for Artzine, you just get the pick right away. You get picked off right away, and your economy is good enough at least to go for a buy with these half buys on the last two that you've gotten for C9. But they have to find a way to really push Artazine out of his position instead of trying to go face front against him.
This might be one of them. They do the same guiding light towards B, then go towards mid. So they flex on the conditioning that they've been going B every round. B. This time with the guiding light, they make sure they peek mid to see if there's any quick rotation. Cloud9 working a bit off of the precedents they've been setting here. That's just the one frag. It's been in sight when they're having trouble. Vanity's able to find these lurks though, and it's helping.
Stay down.
Knows that there's a push down towards the middle, so at least now the Seekers comes out on the attack, allowing for us to really get within this B site for C9. And the spray that went through behind the Seeker, another player from MiBR fell.
Spike planted.
Nice push. Keep going through Oxy, looking
Last
for the
player
aggression.
standing.
Easy kill on Artzine there. And the lurk around for Mazine here for an exit.
What happened? There's a alarm bot just waiting here towards the back, unless we're just trying to do that econ damage, keeping that econ quite low for C9 because of all of these force buys that we have. I mean, I think this is actually a pretty good gamble here for MiBR. You move within the next round where you could still afford a pretty decent buy.
Absolutely.
And then C9 would probably be stuck with a much lower buy if all these 4 players fell and died. But great job by Oxy to get that pick towards the spawn. And as he keeps pushing towards the area of the defender spawn, they know it's open. All 4 of them move together, and they all stay alive.
And I wonder if it's just gonna be B at this point, unless they try to take Heaven and then go towards B. It feels like Oxy, with the first round they go towards A. As we watch this replay again, that was Vanity coming through sewers to try and get one. But back to the first round, we saw C9 go towards A. Oxy, as you said, got separated, done. You don't have the double duelist to dive in, so what's gonna be easier? Almost like you're diving into C on Lotus, you go to split B, you try to get to that back corner, you get the one person in that can cause chaos and get everybody else to dip into the site and, like you said, flex right down that close alleyway. So many rounds towards B here. I don't know if C9 has another option. See what they do on this. Again, the flash towards B, look towards mid, and this time they'll start to take that position.
Yeah, I mean, they're finding a lot of success too. This default that they currently have, the pressure that they're adding towards the B side, the Vanity 1v1 that he won against that push towards that A side. If it ain't broke, don't fix it currently is C9's strategy. Pressuring back towards the middle, a little bit of a variation though, as they want to fight for control up towards Mail. The flash to swing out, that spots FRZ, who falls back and uses utility to push them away. Important fight coming up here towards the A main. Artisan waiting, and as Vanity goes for the jiggle peek, gets picked off, and JZZ even gets to lurk within this B site. So the last players look at a pinch back within A, as Mazin was waiting the off angle against Oxy.
Reading the movement really well here, MiBR is keeping themselves in safe positions with these peaks. You can see two moving through mailroom. They're just kind of slowly gaining control over the entirety of the map here. It is now Jake and
30
Zeppa.
seconds left.
Looks like they're going to be saving these guns once again. We talked about that econ. It's going down a little bit every round here, and MiBR continues to go up. Artisan with the Blade Storm. The Operator still in hand now. They can keep one site basically on lockdown. Artisan has not been missing those shots. We saw the Outlaw round was really able
10
to flip
seconds
that
left.
one in MiBR's favor. They're right behind each other on everything. Even if Artisan misses, you can expect to see the refrag from somebody else. So this one will dwindle out.
Might even start forcing the hand of C9 too, trying to figure out where the op is going to be positioned, right? Because if you're already going to give an indication from round number 2 that an outlaw is going to come out, you know the op's going to come out ASAP for Artisan. And as it was posted quite numerous times towards this B site, switched over towards the A main and got that pick onto Vanity. Again, they have to find utility and try to flush him out first and see how they want to attack that.
Yeah. Looking at the way
With at least mid control for C9, so the indication might be there. The communication again from MiBR, we're still going to try to play the long range op here from Artisan from the elbow within this A site.
a lot of noise mid to start, a lot of noise mid to start. This is just a ruckus right now.
When they're walking out.
I didn't expect to see too much of it, but yeah, commitment here.
Boombot also wouldn't spot behind the box. This is huge here for GZZ. A flash, now a double swing. Oh man, Oxy just got denied right away, but at least Zeppa and Whippy are just behind for these trades. The smoke's about to dissipate. It catches one off guard, and Mazin wins that fight. No trade coming out from Jake, who falls back towards the Ramen. Meanwhile, Vanity was looking for a push towards that B main. There's nobody there, and that's going to slow down the pace with the disadvantage now for C9.
So we get our first round mid, and just about everybody is there for the moment. Amazing stuff. Still a 2v3 as the lurk down mid for MiBR to suss out who might still be ready to fight. And that's going to be Artisan bringing out the Blade Storm. Actually held it for the round until they wanted to secure it with great force. So they're going to know the B hit's probably coming in off these steps and the plant. Now they move in.
30 seconds left.
It's a safe plant. The double flank coming out from long. Poison Orb out here from Vanity, down at 1 HP. Up to Jake to try to find the timing.
Last player standing.
Snake bite to take down, at least slow down the attack, and just couldn't work. They're trying to fight back towards that B main, but everybody was just posted and ready for MiBR, and they're looking good to potentially push this to a third map.
It seems like they have the answers. It looks like they have the answers. It doesn't seem. We're watching it right now. The strats have changed for C9 a bit on each one. The way they're hitting B, a few of the flexes towards A, now a full hit towards mid. And MiBR is absorbing these like they understand the strats coming. They've had the numbers game 3 at a site when less numbers of Cloud9 are hitting. And Mazin as well. Just the shots we see every time the POV goes across him. Sky is picking up the kills that he needs to.
It definitely didn't look like it was an easy shot to make because there was
Nope.
a lot of utility trying to push him out, and it just clotheslines Oxy, rocketing it up towards the air to get what? A Rose ult.
Again, the Razes are getting shut down today. It's not a good day to be a Raze. Seems like each time, something in the air. 11-7. MiBR here, like you said, a few away from bringing us to Lotus. A good line of scrimmage, a very push-forward line of scrimmage here for MiBR.
Timing on this, dash activating, dashes forward though. At least updrafts away.
We've been
That's
there.
safe for now, exactly. Actually, that's why I don't play duelists.
Yep, exactly.
We always do that.
Hey, you can see how much they just want to press W. Artson now looking for another shot. Ultimate towards mid, they're going to leave that down. Oh no, they keep it up. Just a deterrent, rotating through that, making sure there's no flank. And again, C9 want B. They don't have Oxy to get in though. Who's first? That's the question.
You have no choice. There's no control towards middle. There's no information towards the A side, so you're just trying to
Good trade.
Player
get the
standing.
numbers right within the B site. Spike is down. Nice shot by Whippy. A chance to get this round. He's going for a fake tap, giving a lot of time here for GZZ to rotate across with Mazine from the top of B heaven.
30 seconds.
Showstopper, they just want to guarantee it. Gets off the spike. Paint shell's coming down. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Everything's gonna hurt here. Ain't gonna miss that one when you're pinned like that. MiBR at match point.
Match point.
Taking control of these last few rounds. 3 in a row. You see one round on time, defuse, and then just all-out frag. They're advancing. It's just getting stronger. And see, look at there's a trade right after that. See the frag to a frag, and then another one. Somebody's up on rafters getting the kill. And again, if that looked like it would not have gone MiBR's way, you still had, I believe, Mozzie in there up on top. Always seems to be an answer here. And I think that's why we are seeing MiBR be able to take this. It is their pick. Looks like they're feeling comfortable on it for a reason.
Trying to go for the pressure towards the A site. Nice delay coming out from FRZ. So cycling from the wall back to a snake bite, not allowing C9 to really gain control of A heaven.
No way! No way!
Artazine is on something different today with these top shot through smokes that he's getting. Fully blinded too. This man's on point. Jiggle out from Vanity. 3 players rotating back from the A site, back up towards middle. Lockdown available for Whippy for a hit as well, but it's a cosmic divide to start things off. Nice shot here from Vanity with the utility being thrown as the Viper. JZZ holding down towards the hell, but
Spike
finally gets
down,
stopped.
B.
Not until it's a 2 versus 1 with the spike down in the open. Big flank coming out towards B main. Vanity's just looking to pick it up. Pit available. Wall comes down.
Welcome to my
And now they know
world.
exactly that he's down towards the double
30
box.
seconds left.
Shot out from Artazine, but this time will not connect. Trying to walk back out. Nice shot there onto Mazine. Artazine, it's going to be difficult for him now to try to retake the site with a knock. No dash, moves forward and spots him right there. 4-1 in the round for Vanity to get the Red Bull clutch and keep C9 in the game.
Vanity's multi-kill rounds are incredible right now, especially when it is imperative, right? Not a half-2 round, or not just a maybe round, it's a half-2 round, and Vanity continues to step up in these situations that he's put in here with the 4K. And there still should be quite a bit of money here. That operator gonna go back in the hands of Artazine. But C9, a little bit of life breathed into that one with the Red Bull clutch. Now we switch to A, Van Silly. We switch to A, very unlike C9 in the past 7-8 rounds. Let's see what they can do with it. They're gonna meet 2 onto ramp though. MiBR is ready to fight this.
This orb is actually giving an advantage for Artazine to reposition himself on the other side. Now as the orb comes down, gets the nice headshot there onto Oxy, the up draw. Oh, wait. Dole out GZZ to push forward. Stuck with a nade in his hands. Jakey moves forward to get the pick with the Guardian. And a flash to push the players back on the defense for MiBR. But the advantage still for the defensive side. Seekers coming out to get the information on all 3. So Whippy has to make a move now within the B side. It starts with a lockdown. And to break the Seekers, and the other 2 are still down towards the A side, so you're keeping players from MiBR within A. So the Seeker is actually giving false information.
They dip out. Smokes are all set up. Enough stars to cover the site. A quick gravity well denies the instant hit, giving rotation time now to MiBR.
Very well done for RGL. A flash to come out within the smoke too. And there's that first contact, but it's a trade. Still a player advantage. Seeker's out on the attack. All three players now spotted towards the B heaven, allowing Zeppa to cross over to go for a safe plant. Jake has to try to make a play, now pushing towards the spawn. So Zeppa, the only thing he could do is try to jiggle, stay alive, fight towards the balcony. Jake is about to get swung here by RGL, and he wins it.
The double step.
Mazine dropped down towards the hell. Support coming back as Jake is playing towards the spawn. There's that first pick from Mazine. Jake on a 2 versus 1. The shots now positioning Artazine with the off. Misses it as that pick comes in for Jake. Reload, tap on a spike. The jiggle away. Stays alive for a bit as Mazine has to go in to try to bring it to halfway. And he'll do so.
He's not going to get off it.
Jake is just winning it. Now he does get off it here as Jake is walking back out. There's a tap. Mazine with the off angle. Wins that 1v1. And MiBR will push this to a 3rd round.
We're going to Lotus in again. Mazine in a situation where he is pitted in the 1v1.
On the other side, though, for MiBR, we didn't have the craziness of double duelists going into this 3rd and final map of this BO3.
Ender keeps his sanity.
Exactly. Double controller, but a composition that MiBR tested within the offseason with a fade instead of a sky. We'll see what they refine within this round.
Right.
And here it comes. Chat crowd.
There it is.
And the first contact, oh, 3! Instantly get dropped by JZZ.
Keep going.
But Vanity's still there to try to help as much as he can. Whippy now the last player standing on a 3 versus 1. The headshot onto FRZ, but he's low at half HP. The tap on the second one, RGL's low, nades coming out, but that's gonna be a full stick. With the perfect nade out from Artazine to push Whippy back. And MiBR, they score another pistol.
Wow. The idea was to garrison the baby door, and that's exactly where MiBR was, already hunkered down. And they just wiped down Cloud9 as they try to get to the safe spots once into B. And it almost seemed like that's what MiBR wanted. Cloud9 walked into the site, and they were like looking around. Where is everybody? Where? Boom. Out of the woodwork comes MiBR instantly. Fist bumps all around. Another pistol round here coming in for MiBR as they get some buys in for round 2.
We saw a nice flash that came through there from JZ to allow for MiBR to try to fight back and flood. As you mentioned, Garrison, that small hobbit door to move back, but a force buy coming out for C9. Satchel's moving forward. Utility to clear towards the mound, pushing MiBR back within the C site. That's an instant smoke that comes out. At least the orb is one for C9 on the control towards that C side.
A lot of this round 2 for C9 is seeing what kind of pressure is pushed on the extremities. You still see Whippy is back, looking around, turrets watching mid, and C9 is not getting any movement out of MiBR. Quite a bit of utility used just to take that space at long C. And they'll leave the breadcrumbs as they head over now towards this A site. Everything has to be retaken as new. Nobody's had position on this from Cloud9 just yet. Artson pushed up.
Yeah, that smoke's not going to do too much because he's jumping up and now spawns the players moving forward.
Good haunt.
Bit of util coming out. Dizzy being picked up once again by Vanity as they clear out towards the orb. Looking potentially to farm that second orb if it's still up.
We're going back. I love Vanity. Around the world strat is always on the table. And it looks like it's actually being read by MiBR. Look at this movement, mirroring each other on either side of the map here. And we're gonna get a heck of a B fight, or a C fight rather.
Mazine still has a snake bite, so they did a good job to use the KJ util, but there's that molly on the ground. Easy here for MiBR to just start spraying across. Wingman's trying to make it up, and that's 4 players instantly falling down, including the spike. And a flawless round for MiBR. That around the world could have been nice, but there's definitely not a good result in the end for C9.
More like an around the hemisphere. They're staying on one side, right? It would be have to get to see the defensive side maybe. What a hit from MiBR. Just predicting the movement right now. And the fact that they are pushed up, that MiBR has this kind of push forward line of scrimmage allows them that benefit to know if C9 has actually backed off of a certain hit, how much util they still have from that C hit. And then they come back to C, you know, without that much util. Can't get into sight.
One enemy remaining.
And they are closed in on the bigger buy here on the second round. I like the back and forth, though. You trying to stretch your opponent thin is always a big strategy when you have a lower buy.
Yeah. Now, with this utility that you currently have here, a mid-range utility from Vanity, as is Gecko, it's section scaling that you're trying to do between both initiators of him and Zeppa.
Yeah.
It starts off the first section that you want to cut out, and gain control is C side for C9.
This push all the way towards A. Pretty heavy push up. The one way was thrown out all the way from RGL on that A side, so they're kind of playing off the map, more of a retake style towards C here, and this could favor Cloud9 if they can get in with a few sheriff shots. Waiting for the smoke to dissipate, and I'm pretty sure we might see a flood of that util coming in just a second.
We're trying to see if you could pop that molly, though. There you go, they got it. So that's an opportunity potentially to flash through if another smoke comes down. But as there's nothing yet, actually, it's even deeper on the outside. So actually, that's a great smoke because that really doesn't allow for you to flash through and cross over within the C site.
Absolutely. Very smart flash as well, coming from the waterfall area just over that top side to blind everybody at long C. From JZZ. They're going to try for it again. The patience here for C9. And again, the numbers game. MiBR has it stacked right.
Even a snake bite right after that. I mean, this is great utility from Mazin. He even has a second snake bite, so all you're going to do is wait here.
30 seconds
Can't
left.
really do much. I mean, the pain shells is not even going to help. I'm hoping to catch them, but as you have MiBR just holding the site, they were just ready for it the whole time. The crossfire set up on the low, and even you have FRZ on the top. There's no way that you're making it through here for Cloud9.
A full house. Mazin's over JZZ's there. A 3K and a 2K. Feeling good for MiBR. And JZZ, a pivotal one on that round. Again, the flash over waterfall, not showing himself, being super safe just to get the identification or identity of the rest of C9 in that position. 1, 2, 3, controlled with the Bulldog, and Maz in there as well, the Bulldog himself.
Those are very important kills too for JZZ, because now that allows the Seekers to be available, where on the other end for C9 with these low buys that you had, they're trying to get Vanity out into the Thrash rather this time around. So you have an opportunity to play the retake.
Love the double util use. Which one are you going to shoot? You going to shoot geckos or are you going to shoot the Haunt? Really cool tricks as they go in. Thresh has been used already. This is a hard hit coming in from C9.
Yeah, they know it's now open. There's that Seekers to answer right back because MiBR is already on top of the heaven. A spike comes down for a wingman. Even more utility from Vanity just to keep them at bay at the top of the heaven side. Finally, we're circling in, funneling through a flash to try to gain some space. A tap on the spike. Satchel's coming across as well for C9. As Mazin's holding within the smoke. Oxy finally gets that pick, but it gets instantly traded out. A 4 versus 4 as Oxy falls. It's not looking good here.
3 and tree.
The defuse actually being stuck currently. C9's not there to really help, and finally at halfway gets dropped as Vanity runs forward for these 2 kills. Perfectly done for C9 in the end as they went ring around the rosy towards this A site.
Once they realized they were all kind of in tree, I think getting out was the key. They just spread perfectly into the site, dropped MiBR. What a chaotic round. For so much of the time, they were just within arm's reach of each other for quite a bit there. C9 still playing it as calm as they could to make sure it was MiBR that went down for their first round here on Lotus. Took 4. We get C9 in there. Let's see what kind of ultimates we have ready. Nothing yet. It's going to still come down to the strats and the shots. 3-2 split across the map. A little bit more aggressive here from MiBR. We saw this in the first few rounds, but not yet for the gun rounds. They're going to meet C9 at the front of C.
They had at least RGL Meister being set up for potentially a paranoia if you actually made it across the mound, because the alarm bot was there. Yet they still want to commit to that to funnel everybody back towards the A site. The A site, at least for now, doesn't have an opportunity for C9 to scale up here.
Very good movement from both teams, leaving the lurkers, pushing forward. C9 choosing Baby Door correctly here. We're going to get peeked down on, though. This could be a tough take on the B.
Wingman once again, a plan for long. You have a flank at least for GZZ towards the back of B. Plant then comes down and successful for Cloud9. C's being thrown inside as Zeppa gets the spray within the smoke. A 1v1 as the smoke dissipates. Jake loses that fight against Artazine, who then looks to the head-to-head against Zeppa. As Satchel to break his crosshair placement as he looks to swing right back. But C9 are doing a good job to delay the spike. Finally, as Zeppa runs across, gets denied by Artazine. Showstopper available too. He's still gonna use it at 3 HP. It's out. Back towards the baby door. Back towards the Hobbit. Shoots it down, but GZZ's the one that picks up the kill. A stick on the defuse. But it's not gonna work out for Vanity on the 1 versus 3. A great retake for MiBR in the end.
Artazine cannot be stopped. Takes down 2 in the 1v1, approaching him just at the door on the top of platform of B, and then drops into the site to make sure a 3K comes in for the round, getting that Raze ult online even quicker again. It's only 1 now, since it was used and then grabbed, but never wasting a moment to make sure that happens. Really nice pressure, too. I feel like MiBR kind of left C9 dangling on that retake. When C9 thought the retake was coming, MiBR pump fake just for a moment. That's when they made their move. With Artazine coming out of that top side.
It was a
split.
problem as well that nobody was watching that flank too that allowed JCC to move forward, right? So
All day.
now you got a buy with whoever could buy. A hero rifle in the hands for Zeppa.
Yeah.
Nightfall available, so another opportunity to really flood a site. Whippy watching the flank first, avoiding the boombot, not shooting a shot, so has an opportunity to surprise some players. And no Nightfall will be used. Just simple utility for Cloud9 to move in. There you go, a late Nightfall that comes out towards the back of the C site, but the util comes back for MiBR. Plant still comes down as FRZ gets that pick onto Oxy.
3 in sight. They don't know 2 are coming around from the flank either. It's just Mazin and FRZ waiting for this to come around from the outside.
Yeah, it really comes down to those 2 players. You're just hiding and tucking in for the defenders to allow those flankers to move in. And that paranoia is gonna also allow here MiBR to flood in as a team. And here it comes, Whippy and Jake though, they get these picks off through the smoke. It's a 1 versus 2 for Fra. Now comes in, misses. The shots finally connect, but runs out of bullets on the Vandal. Only as a classic, a tap on the spike, and it should be easy for Zeppo to win, and it will be after all. The force buy that you had turns out
Save
for C9.
Got it. Ooh, it does help. It does. A lot of people still going down, but the plant, the kills, it's going to be enough money to get themselves back into a buy here. Not so much the same for MiBR. We're seeing a little bit of the last round buy we got from C9 now from MiBR. A bit scattered, still some money that can go in. Actually, JZZ is going to change that up here as we watch the replay once again. Zeppo with the clean shot. And we start this one off with a low buy for MiBR. Round 7 here. It's in the for the first time in the series, we've had rounds going back and forth, Van Silly.
And that's the thing, back and forth also in trades.
Yeah.
Because now you're looking at 3 rounds that they won in a row for MiBR. It goes back and forth, and instantly we're on an eco now for MiBR. They have a Judge to work with, a Spectre, and a Lockdown. Potential to do some damage here if C9 walks into the trap, where that's exactly what we currently have, at least to start.
Oh, yeah. They set up the whole base at A. MiBR, all 5 members towards this side of the map. Just a baby door encroach here. If Mazin needs to break out fast. Uh-oh.
Or just hold the corner if they break the baby door in. But instead, Oxy's trying to push forward with C9 to get 3 on his side, under the belt, advantage. Oh no, the door is about to break, and that's Mazin waiting right there. Boom, there's that first. Close range onto Jake, and they're dancing across the door. An opportunity to reload and try to jump back out. Hit to come out through.
Oh.
There's a ping in the back, though. They know that Whippy's on that flank, trying to get a timing here. Lockdown to come out. Oh, my God! Gets caught off. Spike gets picked up.
But it's back A.
30
Still has
seconds
to
left.
get back to the site. 30 seconds here. Walking straight up the gut between both members of MiBR.
20 seconds left now. As a repositioning you have from Mazin is smart. Back towards the B main. There's not enough time to move towards C. So the position is good, at least for MiBR, to try to win the 1v1. But instead, they're just going to wait to go for the double retake here. RGL trying to pinch back towards Hobbit and just got spotted. Now here comes the second peek. Now goes aggressive to isolate the first duel against Mazin. Nice little smoke, actually. Gives an opportunity once again. Oh, but that's even nicer for RGL. Because of that smoke, he has to swing out, and they're both waiting for him there. Annoying to play against Omens no matter what
You
here
saw
when you're at
the
the disadvantage. Exactly.
You saw, he's like, I'm going to smoke you off. You're like, wait, damn. Yep, that could happen too.
Yep, you got one too.
Pushed out and nicely played. Patience there for MiBR was really was able to solidify that. The fact that Mazin pushes back, doesn't try to aggress on just the plan. Very smart, and this chaos handled very nicely by the side of MiBR. Oh my gosh. When you think you have a moment, but you don't. Again, back and forth. Cloud9 now are going to go ahead and call a timeout. FRZ, rest of the team feeling these rounds now. What?
Yeah. Brought a lot to the squad and now bringing an operator in the hands of FRZ within this round. So a Sentinel op within the C site. Quite interesting, but something that you're starting to see with the chamber meta slowly dwindling down and no jet within the map because you're playing a raise. Kind of want to cycle that to somebody else. But for C9, after the timeout that was being used, they have, you mentioned, a lot of ults, and at the same time, a force buy through it. So the Thrash gains some space. The dog actually slows down Oxy to not be able to get any surprise kills within the door as Whippy was trying to pinch from behind. It's good for a 1-for-1. Rocket did do some damage onto JZZ down to 5 HP. There's an opportunity to do something here. Lockdown being used, they're hiding behind it right now for C9. Zeppa fully flashes, Jake gets the pick, and they both get detained. They won't clear it though. This is an opportunity for Zeppa just around. He does have a Vandal to work with at the same time. They're sticking onto the spike, he's running out. There's that Judge battle, but there's that kill. But the defuse still comes in.
Oh my gosh, fans, this right here, as MiBR takes the round, that was, I believe, C9's pistol. You go towards Gecko in, this time they had the Thresh, and you take Baby Door. You get there as fast as possible. Again, that's where they lost a lot of members right off the bat. Seems like MiBR ready and waiting, and this fight through the door is what was a little weird because they have sight, they have the other side, and they're just trying to make sure that one side was clear, and that was the dangerous one. Great round by MiBR.
It ends up being a beautiful call from Mazine, right? The new appointed IGL, new player, new member coming in for MiBR, and he said, look, we're going to get the lockdown in.
CT.
Definitely showing that the aim gets better and better after every game, after every event. And now with C9 getting that round and 3 weapons saved for MiBR, they could buy around that. Op still stays alive for FRZ as he saved it on that previous round. Vandals for the rest, 1 Phantom for RGL, who's actually taking control towards Pillars solo. At the rubble.
Dangerous spot, but happy to play here. Paranoia's ready. Cover going Ultimate get out too if anything gets too hairy.
Yeah, with the Dizzy coming up, there's that Paranoia pink shells to push him out with a siege too. Nice little combination there for C9, but Artazine was still waiting towards the orb. Beautiful trade, but makes it away, escapes it at 5 HP, and he'll get the top up.
All right, 4v4 now.
Jake's playing with his food. FRZ going back and forth consistently as now the smoke is going to give a gap here to allow C9 to move forward, but the alarm bar's still there to get some information.
And Oxy being down again, we saw this on Split, it makes it tough for C9 to choose how to get in. Right now, it could be that Zeppa's communication, knowledge of what's happening at A means they walk in. But Mazine has something to say about that. Vandal just towards tree side here.
Yeah.
Waiting, and here comes the rest of MiBR, but how quick is C9 on this play?
Wall should come up as soon. There you go, as the door opens up. Could have used some snake bite to delay, but thinking that he could have won a 1v1 there, but there was actually 4 players of C9 running through towards the A side to allow this little man to land.
All right. The retake. Everybody's going to meet at the same side, so you're not really going to get a different direction here for MiBR. They're waiting.
High-low.
Yeah, waiting for JZZ to check the peak. C9 is in such good positioning, though. This would be tough for MiBR.
I mean, there's no flashes either for GZZ. With the latest patch, nothing refreshes. A dog is not going to allow for you to get too much. You could get shot right away, and you're in great positions here for C9 on the pulse plant. All of them once again. And the Brazilian team of MiBR will fall back, live to fight another day with these 3 weapons, and even then, Mazine could buy in that next round with the rest.
Yeah. A big timeout from Cloud9 a few rounds ago. Whatever Emmy shook his head no to, it was right. It was, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, C9 calling that timeout has changed their play style. More to the aggression, more of what we actually saw at the end of Bind in the way that they played to get themselves a few more rounds, to put themselves on top of the situation, right? Not playing from behind, which it seems like they've had the chance to do against MiBR with just the way the game's going. This does now force out the MiBR timeout. Operator's still out there for FRZ. They don't have to change too much from defense. And I think MiBR, who have had some powerful fragging, in this game, in this series. 6-4 here, still, again, super close. A lot of what we saw on our first map, honestly.
You bring up a great point. It's actually quite crazy that you got 4 rounds for C9, but you got like, what, a total of 24 kills across the board.
Right.
It really comes down to the util pulse plan, and again, that discipline that we saw from MiBR on map number 1 to this one to try to work their economy in their favor. And I think C9's doing the same thing, and that's the beauty of potentially seeing that outlaw coming in. You can't really go into a half-wide meta anymore, so you just want to continue to hold full armor if you can. And with that, though, C9 are looking to push within the C site. Allows here for Mazin to fall back safely as they're just looking to play the retake.
We've all missed him. We've all missed. So in sight, the retake comes in. MiBR's been strong.
2 kills instantly for MiBR. As C9 was trying to push towards the spawn. And now this gives an opportunity for MiBR to come back. Mazin still alive, has an orb. Stinkbite also still available. Now they could tap within the spike. Not really set up here for Zeppa for the kill. They're just trying to play that distance. Up to Vanity alone, has a thrash, but the defuse will come in for MiBR. They don't need a wingman for a defuse.
FRZ and
Last round
RGL
in the half.
pushed out of that smoke together, and they had an op. That was like a point-blank operator retake. Nothing is scaring them off the situation. The weapons they have, usually the operator would make that kind of take difficult, but not in that situation. Crazy stuff. Spike goes down, and then you just see him pop out of here. Whoosh. Not what you're expecting.
And even if the Dizzy did some damage there with the goop, it was just that timing that you had. The idea was try to flood that waterfall on the play and not allow for them to fall back. But we'll hold that thought. C9's already pushing aggressively in the last round of the half. And Oxy opens up a thrash moving forward. Paranoia to answer back on the defensive side. JZZ on the offfield gets the pick of the Jake. And now the door opens with another one to fall. Only 2 players alive now for C9 with the spike still on the back of Vanity, who does get that pick onto RGL. Long range there, another person falls. And the advantage then comes back for C9. Up to Mazin alone. Nanoswarm pushes him out. Could get a timing right over here. Orb now being picked up. Knows that Vanity's there just around the corner here of the tree. And now here's a turret. That's confirmation that there's not going to be a backstab across.
You want more? Here's more.
Oh, no.
That's going to suck. Clears towards the back of the site. Gets the timing through and he gets detained. Time to dance, my friends.
Wait, where is he? Where is he? Oh my God!
They couldn't find him. He stayed behind.
No shot.
Somehow stays alive, but there's an alarm bot there to get the information as he walks across. Orb then comes down. Now they know he's towards that staircase. Vandal now for both Vanity and Whippy. The first contact will be Vanity, but Whippy's not looking to swing it back.
Lots of time.
They're just going to do 2 separate 1v1s that Vanity is going to win. And C9 close off the half with 5 rounds as MiBR has 7.
A 7-5, but fans, I feel like that last round is the story of what we've been watching. C9 tried to grab rounds, and you're like, oh, on the edge of your seat, this one, but MiBR comes up again. Just on the edge every time. MiBR are able to get the 7-5, though, with C9 getting that last one.
Kind of felt like Mazin was in like one of those dreams where the killer's chasing after you and you just can't run away because you're running in slow motion.
The stairs are too steep. I'm going slow.
Somehow still stays alive, but unfortunately couldn't win that 1v1. I mean, you're happy still, right? You still got the round no matter what. But with that, let's hear it from Cloud9's Jake.
Hey. I was gonna say interesting they're there. They could eat a seasonade, but luckily Oxy is gonna be towards mid here, and you do see that most of MiBR has stepped back a bit, waiting for that noise. 1, 2, 3, aggression from C9.
Only gets the ping onto 1 player. All of MiBR are waiting behind here for the util to just dwindle down, and he might be able to flood right back. With the wall coming through, a flash available for JZZ, and there it is. Paranoia on top of that, and the first and second kills come in favor of the attacking side. Zeppa then still trying to stay alive as much as he can towards the rubble. Beautiful satchel to push him out of position. Oxy was trying to flank ASAP, but now he's blocked by his teammate Smokes, which gives MiBR an opportunity to move in within this A site and plant.
Oh, if that turret wasn't there, Oxy was gonna have such good timing coming around, but MiBR just has everything thought of at the moment. Again, they're both just gonna come from this base side on the left.
Turret available, working together. Sheriff and Ghost first contact. Nice shot there from Oxy. The backstab.
minute.
Where's the communication? There's a third! Oxy on fire! Executes MiBR! And C9 get the defuse and the pistol.
Unreal for a rookie to come in and put this much into each game. Usually there's some cobwebs they have to work out, a little rust, but no pressure on Oxy, it seems. Still being able to come up huge on these frags throughout each game, almost top second frag in game number 1, top frag in game number 2 in his debut appearance, and now getting back there in game 3 here to bring Cloud9 a huge pistol round in second half.
Bazooka's not going to like that one. He talked about how a pistol round cost them dearly on Split. This one might be the one on Lotus, or being picked up for Oxy. Almost ready with the showstopper if they could convert the pistol. Looking to fight right back through the smoke, though. MiBR splitting right out. But Zeppa's there for the support. Stinger sprays. Prowler to come out. And at least baits out a shot from the Classic. And there's that long range across, 2 HP remaining, but at least Zeppa gets that kill, third within the round. And he's also building closer to a Nightfall in their bonus potential.
Zeppa limping around rubble, willing to give himself up here just for a bit of sounds the team can trade. Quick haunt. I expect to get backstabbed at this point. There it is.
Easy kill, right click Classic, close range. Paranoia, nice there for Jake to stay outside of that radius that you could still see while you're paranoid. And C9 are able to escape here. The heavy push that MiBR did, and did convert to a lot of kills there actually in their eco. Or on their eco rather.
Yep. Buy-in. Looks like they'll still get a bit of money spent. Oh my gosh. We also have to understand that there was some delay for MiBR to keep peeking one by one.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, you got it? Okay, you got it? It's okay. That's when you feel a little too comfortable in the round and you get punished for it. 7-7, we're all tied up now here on our last map of the series.
Not that replay. Oxy basically said, Vanity, we don't need that flash. You got me.
Don't worry about it. I got 7 bullets in the chamber. We're fine. Minute and 20 left on this. Lots of time for MiBR to play with.
Dizzy to get information from the waterfall. Actually baits the shot out from MiBR at the mound. So we're still trying to move forward to see if there's any type of KJ utility towards the C site. Decide to pull back, try to work out in a different position. Beauty again of that Dizzy.
Yeah.
Refreshing after being picked up. 10 seconds to throw it back again. But it allows for C9 to really just anchor out towards the C and B, while all of them pivot back towards the A site for MiBR.
Quiet contact play coming up here. All the way to the front door.
Yeah,
this is going to surprise C9.
Ready for it no matter what.
30 seconds left.
Turret to be able to spot that first contact as Zeppa plays the off angle, gets the dink, and you're trying to do as much as you can, trying to hold these tight angles on your bonus round. Paranoia comes out, giving a chance here for Vanity to move through with the Dizzy. Nice little nano swarm as Jake almost had a second one.
Spike down.
That's going to stop any type of trap that you're trying to do here for C9 until you see those satchels out from Oxy. Spike down, 1v1 long range towards the spawn to dink off the JZZ. Showstopper also available. Pain shells now, upgrade from a Vandal. Here's the shots coming through behind the box, the swing out, but RGL was still waiting around the corner. As MiBR was
Back
close.
and forth again?
Felt it, Oxy probably could have done it there.
Let's go. All right, ultimate for Oxy. Where did they go with this? The explosion onto B is always super powerful. I'm sorry, C. B, a lot of angles to look at. As we see this hit once again, the Judge. I love that we now have 2 Judge users here. Vanity's always bringing it out, but Oxy feeling very comfortable to make that a weapon he will use. MiBR, however, shutting it all down, pulling another round into their favor to keep it going back and forth and up the gut here. coming in for MiBR. Just a little bit of lurk presence for Mazin, and it's going to be Artson in immediately.
He also is comfortable with
And
the judge.
Judge too, laying down the verdict. Both sides of the team. Where do they go though?
Just trying to go for a decent plant. It was delayed slightly by
Yeah.
Molly being thrown
Yeah.
here. A mosh, but a showstopper out just to delay the plant. It works out. Close range with the Bucky, but it gets dodged. C9 moving in though for these trades. Mazin and Artzine, the last two remaining, spiked down out in the open as Artzine is still trying to move in, baiting out the shots. Zeppa flushed out and picked off. Vanity, nice shot there. A 1v1, the jump long range with the judge. Now the gun gets picked out. A tap there from Vanity to tie up the game.
The multi-kills from Vanity, when they are required, have continuously from map to map been coming from the IGL. A pivotal one there to again keep it tied here in our second half. And these are coming down to the big frag rounds right now. You just go in, Spike might go down, but it is a bloodbath inside each one of these sites. Clean plays just off the strafe shot too. Very nicely done. Gotta say, Oxy's passion is through the roof right now. He is just absorbing everything about that stage in his first games. Now we're going towards C, it looks like here with MiBR. Oxy wanting to push out towards mid there. Still has the judge. They're fine with keeping these close range guns and allowing MiBR to encroach a little bit closer. MiBR spread in the 3-1-1 right now. This door game to be played ever so slowly.
Something that we didn't see too much here for this door revolving from C9 on the attack. MiBR is trying to play that mind game a little bit more. Even the alarm bot being pushed up at the entrance of the B site. So for C9, still a question mark. Do we actually have players that rotate through the revolving door or not? At least for us, we know here at the pivot comes back towards this A site, trying to get a contact play within the A site. Thrash now being used towards that C mount stopped. No really early rotates yet. This is just Mazin going for lurk plays. Now the dog comes behind the door. Nightfall coming out from the defensive side of C9.
30 seconds
Oxy just
left.
holding close. The big battle now comes in towards the revolving door at the tree. Flash to come out. Zeppa playing the off angle, avoids the flash for the kill.
Down
And
A.
Farzido answers right back onto Oxy.
Take hold.
Advantage for C9, but we're still looking for the plant. Everything's getting delayed so far because the Thrash
10
got picked up.
seconds left.
10 seconds left. This might be it. Until RGL gets that first pick, and now there is no time.
One enemy remaining.
It was a very weird round that we saw here on the attack from MiBR.
Yeah.
Seems like they weren't confident to try to work and hit that A site.
I think those are the rounds before where we saw MiBR saving, but the game a bit too tight for that at this point. You don't really want to have a big save like that just to keep your weapons here. They wanted the round. So we'll see once again.
Spike down.
Lots of control coming from Tree, but they couldn't find Vanity up on top of Heaven there. A nice hide. Vanity actually has been alive for a lot of these rounds towards the end, being able to make calls, being able to use that util to be sure they can retake sites. So that positioning has helped a lot with him being alive towards the end of these rounds. Pushing towards A, they're kind of just pushing each other around here without even knowing about it, but they're going to meet and spawn.
I know Dizzy and Prowler is close though on the call for MiBR. Mazin was trying to watch that flame, but gets popped instantly. So this will now force MiBR to move quickly within this C site. Lure of eye that you have for MiBR. A plant will be a nice little one as Alarm Bot forces out now the nanoswarms to delay the plant from MiBR, which then, look at this push from C9, all of them towards down. MiBR trying to push back towards the CT. Big paranoia to come across, plant still comes in no matter what. An assist from the wingman to get the clap onto RG, allowing Oxy to get his second ace of the VCT Americas.
The iBuyPower ace comes through again. Man, we're going to have to get some shipping on these because if you're following at iBuyPower on socials, they'll be giving away a PC every iBuyPower ace. And at this point, we're going to have to write thank you cards to Oxy. Oh my gosh, the rookie absolutely exploding. I think they said Super Saiyan. Doesn't that take like 20 episodes? This guy, one episode right now.
20 kills pretty much.
Holy crap, he is absolutely cooking right now. And that was pressuring 3 1v1s. Look at that. Recognize me.
That's Super Saiyan 4. That's
Yeah.
definitely Super Saiyan 4.
I see the moon. The moon is full.
Oh yeah, you're definitely going to call a timeout out of that. Not too good here for MiBR. They have to go for a rare half buy. With Vandals, they have ults to work with. So you know that this is definitely an important swing round for MiBR that they have to convert. So off this timeout, no early aggression, not trying to use anything. For C9, instead, it's for them to move out.
Ooh,
and that's
confidence
a
push
great
there.
call for MiBR. Staying towards the spawn, punish them, thinking that C9 with that confidence will overcook.
Exactly, and they have a little burnt on the edges for that push. It looks like it's going to be a quick one. Seeker's out towards C, and the rest of the hit comes through on the KJ util.
Ooh, counter nano swarms, but Jake couldn't get the pick.
They're good.
That might stop the bleeding right here for MiBR. Even coming out with a flawless would be huge. Nice utility to push them back. Another nanoswarm in. JZZ just spotted one towards the back of spawn. But Zipper runs out. The trades come across, but Vanity
Spike
once
down,
again stuck
C.
in a 1 versus 2. He's clutched it before, and the Boombot's gonna spot him. The spike's down out in the open.
Exactly. I'd say positioning here for Vanity if they don't double swing him. Could be, if they get on top of site, they might make Vanity push into the Viper's pit, but it doesn't look like they're in position for that.
I mean, you do it towards spawn. Oh, it's a satchel instead for the double swing. Nicely done for MiBR. I mean, to win a round like that and not having used too many of those ults.
Yeah. I mean, from what MiBR was doing on the previous rounds, we saw Mazin actually putting an ult down right next to another member of C9 to solidify a round. And these ones are very important to do so. It was just a blast pack and a double peek on that one. So they saved the ultimate. And like we said, they had 4 to use, only needed 1 to get through that round. Really, the Seeker's coming in. Artesine's about to be on top too with his showstopper. So they could actually unleash a lot of hell in these next few rounds. They stave off that loss. The econ's still good for MiBR, and C9 goes back to this push towards Rubble, gaining ground and giving less space for MiBR to play with.
And less space, even a Prowler to confirm that nobody's moving and staying behind towards this A side. But once again, it's MiBR using satchels, but not breaking too much
damage.
util. Turret comes out. Artesine's the one that's creating that space to waste that KJ util. There's a pit, but they have a Nightfall and a Showstopper on top of this.
Vanity goes in.
We answer back though with the lockdown on the attack, and there is that trade-off. And JZZ just lines up a few as they're trying to run back towards the waterfall. That might be it right there for C9 to just hold it back for a little bit more. I mean, if Jake and Whippy could do a little bit of damage here, but they're also low in the economy. Vandal upgrade for Jake, and both of them will decide to fall back.
An incredibly pivotal timeout from MiBR just a few rounds ago. I think what they did was they basically scheduled how to use these ultimates. They said, all right, this round, look to get this ult in with the Seekers. We take B. This round, look to get in again. Use the Viper's Pit. And they still have another ultimate to come in here. And I think Artisan's very close to his too. Maybe one off if he didn't get a frag there. So this could be a showstopper now to come up and bring them to 11-10. MiBR has unfolded this arsenal so well over the last few rounds. And we'll see this play out. JZZ on top, just clotheslining people with that Phantom. All right. So that showstopper is 1 away. On deck is just going to be Jake's ultimate with a few orbs needed for the rest of Cloud9 if one were to get there. So MiBR definitely has an idea. They can get towards long here, get that ult orb for Arzine, and then make the play happen. It's one of the rounds C9's not going to get their A push in, so this may work out for MiBR here.
When you're looking at it, though, it's a gamble here for C9 to just get as much information as you can on both extremities here. There's no alarm bot or turret or anything to see any pushes towards B. I mean, for MiBR, they've rarely moved within that location, unless it was with judges. C9 trying to go for a blind push after throwing up the Dizzy to potentially get control of that orb so Vanity could have it in round number 23, but he falls back instead.
Showstopper's up. fuse has not been lit just yet, and it looks a little chaotic for them to get into the site. Showstopper down.
Try to get a timing through that. A nice shot from Oxy. 88 down with a second headshot off the JZZ.
Spike down
Whippy's still
A.
alive within the back of the site as his teammate falls down, but there comes Vanity and Jake from the top of heaven. Trying to go for a double backstab here. So the door being opened up for Mazine to fall back within B. And FRZ will cut the rotation.
The thing with only having really one path to victory when C9's putting you down that hard is I think C9 read the same thing, that those ults would be used round after round, and the orb focus for Artazine was going to happen this round here. We saw how big that C9 collapsed on that area right after the ult
30
came in. It was
seconds
pure
left.
chaos. Now leaving here the plant to Mazine. It'll be a retake for C9.
Very important here, and Vanity's scaling this up alone back towards the spawn.
They have to be, I think every corner is held by a member of MiBR.
And FRZ is always so good on these lurk moments to actually put a lot of impact within the round. There is that swing.
Vanity.
Wide one to get the headshot onto FRZ.
Some stay, he's still
a
swinging.
big plant there for Mazine. He actually has to stay within the site. So it's planet within. He's holding towards the water. There's no utility except for the Dizzy here for Vanity, so technically, potentially even a 4 versus 1 for the retake. Nice angle on the top in front of the C site, but Jake gets the wallbang headshot.
Does he know which wire to cut is the question.
Definitely.
Wingman defuse. A big one there. And the fact that Vanity was able to cut off the cutoff man in FRZ is absolutely huge. 11-9. That would have been a third round loss as well for C9 there.
Those are
They stopped that and reset the money over inside of MiBR.
big toes there at that Artazine head.
Oh, it's so good. The chef hand. I like it, look. All right, rock and roll. Thresh is out. Still that ultimate for Jake. Can't really use it too much unless you're repositioning with the Omen. A nice early fade out. And they get that Prowler some good information. Ooh, door open? The door games. They start.
Rare moment here for MiBR to work towards his B site, and C9 just wanted to fight that right away. Now continuing with the one-ways, they're kind of just leaving them pinned, holding back towards the spawn still. But Mazine's doing a very good job during all of this ruckus towards his BC side to scale up, lurk, and break the alarm bot. Splitting the defense right now for Cloud9. They're gambling for this hit towards the A site. Vanity is already rotating across.
A little delay on the door open. Nicely played with the Killjoy mollies. MiBR has been here before. As Thresh goes out, just bring it back for re-grab after a minute. And then they'll be back into this one.
They'll dog through, and this is potentially even just another
There we go.
fake to break the baby door. Hobbit now broken, execution towards the B site. Oxy playing close, tucked in towards the heavens, now moving within the pit with Zeppa together. Both of them spraying as they did get at least one within the seas. Boombot, they're trying to clear it out, and then a Thrash moving forward, right through, does not get a pick, but Zeppa gets a spray down onto.
Oxy.
Spike now down as Whippet gets another one, and FRZ's alone all the way back towards Rubble. Spotted now by Oxy, and Oxy's chasing after it to get that pick, and C9 are at map and series point.
One of the things to notice about Oxy when we're watching the Superdome Columbia and just other matches that they've played here in the offseason was that fearlessness, the ability to go forward and just absolutely knowing what the duelist job is. There's no hesitation, and everybody's behind that here. MiBR found a way to shut it down quite a bit in the first few maps with playing further back, not allowing Oxy so much attention, but he is finding it on his own now, and the team is there to support as much as they can with the utility, give him the space he needs. All right, possible final round here as we're on our third map of these two in their first go around here in the 2024 season VCT kickoff. The towards C is going to be the hit, and it looks like a retake for Cloud9 fans.
MiBR is digging deep in their pockets here, backs against the wall. The buy is broken, and with that aggression you saw from Cloud9 towards that A site, MiBR is pushing towards C. They even want to fight
Where are
towards
they
the
going?
waterfall.
Holy.
They're going for it right now, and they're trying to pinch within the B side. The lineup from Jake!
Crazy pressure.
That is not going to be good here for MiBR as they feel like their hands forced to plant within the C site.
Jake just got eyes on from the shadows, so they're pretty good to wait this out. And wait as well for Zeppa to get here along with Vanity, and they are going to nail this site. Paranoia is not there, a smoke to use though.
Last player
Guardians, all that's left. RGL gets that first pick, and a second one. The flick on the third will not happen as Vandy closes the series as Cloud9 takes it over. MiBR.
Cloud9 had to claw their way back into this game. What a good one, I should say series. This game